I
That's
I,
crazy.
I hear
I'm like,
I hear the innuendo here.
bro, he's late again. That's crazy.
Yo,
So,
is this where I stopped? Did I stop like right on the enemy's turn?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we
Yes.
stopped it right up after my attack.
I'll
I
explain
think
real
I,
quick. So
I
the
stopped
Wind
after Lucy.
Warrior, he no we stopped. It's still the Wind Warrior's turn. He did his
right.
action. He took out his true blades. He clanked them, and then he does his sonic attack, and then he hit Roth, and then you were
Okay.
gonna have him today roll his save versus reflex. So
Oh,
unless
cause
you
he.
want one of us to roll the reflex save for
That's
Roth,
right, cause he fucking left right as. Yeah, okay.
yeah, because he
Yeah.
left right
Right.
when he right.
Well, he's not
So
here.
he's gonna be
I don't think he's
Roll
actually
it.
designated to who to run his character.
What's his
So.
bonuses? Or
To-
roll.
oh shit, Tony's like, let me
all
roll
right.
this shit.
I
He's
So
like,
roll.
roll reflex save.
I'll roll
Yeah.
this motherfucker saves. All right, hold up. This is what he gets.
We should deduct some XP from his ass. Okay.
He made a
Yo.
big. I know he got on Watson last week. That's
That was
true. He got on Watson. Watson,
that
you're
was
like 30 minutes
wild.
late.
That was
Oh my
wild when he
god.
said that
Oh
shit.
my god. Then
God.
the next week, it's like, oh.
Right.
The
45
pitch is
minute
half.
speech
The
about
pitch is half
about
flipped.
being late, about
Yeah.
being a grown man.
That's
Motherfuckers
it.
got
Oh
kids and
shit!
shit.
Look.
Well, that was my roll.
Oh my god.
Oh, it don't matter his bonus.
Not the nasty what? Don't
That's
do it
that's
like
that's
that.
how
The
that's
wrong way tonight, guys.
damn. That's how this starts.
God. Not a good way to start.
This man about to come back and this character dead.
Hold on. Let's save. Can we roll this? Can we roll this?
He'll be okay. He's good. He's good.
Man,
He's
Take
I
the
good.
would
high road.
shit.
Take the high
Rob
road.
is-
I you know
Roth
I
Roth is
really
strong and sturdy.
I really need to fucking I really need to get those critical strike tables back again. I want to see if we can I want to hit by the fucking Sonic Discord blast, skull broken. Uh, oh
Damn,
man,
that's loose.
no,
Well,
I
it goes
know.
both ways. What happens next?
Yeah, it goes back. Yeah, it goes both ways. But anyway, all right, round damage. He's gonna take full fucking damage.
You rolled damage already.
That nigga's
I did?
dead.
Yes.
Where is it?
Where?
Right there.
No,
Right
Where?
above Ophelia's Insomnia.
Oh, I see.
Right above the.
Oh, Wind Warrior Acrobatics. Roth needs to roll reflex. I did roll, and I got an 8. Okay. -1.
Roth uses. Doesn't he have like an immediate action to stay up?
Did he use it already? He did.
Oh, he used it.
Yeah, he can
No,
only
he
use
used
it.
an immediate action to attack.
It was ferocity. Well, yeah, he had that, but he also has his ferocity, his orc ferocity, that keeps him. It keeps him conscious for one more turn, but he used it already the last time he got hit like this.
But that was another day, wasn't it?
No, that was the same fight. Remember when he went. Remember he took the. I think he took the. He went to flank this Wind Warrior right here. He went to flank it, took the attack of opportunity, and he got hit by it. And he was about to draw. He got hit by it. He flanked it. He dealt a bunch. I think he hit it and dealt a bunch of damage. But then like it struck him back.
Right.
I think.
I know he didn't.
Yeah, and he was in negatives. He was like -3.
All ferocity is not an immediate action. It just triggers automatically, right? And then he did an immediate action to attack you.
Yeah,
back
he used
kill
an he used an immediate action to use his I think it was a trait. Was it a trait or a feat? It was one of those things. Can't remember if it was a trait or a feat. But it lets him make an attack against an. Oh, it was a class feature. It was his anger. It was his anger inquisition ability for being an inquisitor. It was a class feature that lets you strike, make a melee attack against an enemy that has just struck you as an immediate action. That's what he had used, and then but to like stay conscious, he used orc ferocity, and since he used it already, he can only do it once per day. He can fight for one more round as if disabled. At the end of his next turn, he falls unconscious and begins dying, unless he was brought to one or more hit points, which is what he did. I think he healed himself with a cure.
Oh, Cure Light Wound.
Yeah, he
Cure
used
Light
Cure
Wound.
Light Wounds.
It's coming back to me. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so
I remember that he
This
cast a deal himself.
time- this time he drops to the floor, is in a dying state. As the Wind Warrior clangs its blades, the blast of sonic energy, a big loud boom echoes out. You can see the energy, the sound waves, being buffeted by the winds. Fucking just sound like a fucking M80 on the 4th of July. Fucking hit him in the chest. And then he falls back and he drops to the ground. Dying state.
Yeah.
Stabilize as a standard action for free. I don't think I'll have to roll for it. He's good.
Nah. Do a Cure Light. Use the Cure Light Wound water. He'll come back to his feet. Stabilize. Do that like when you're fighting.
I'm trying to check this thing's feats. Okay. It does not have flyby attack. Okay. Alright, so then it is flying in the air, and it is 20 feet in the air from where it is positioned. And we go to Adler's turn in the round.
Pale Lady will do a
Champion. I always picture Adelaide.
You know what?
HR Geiger shit.
You know what? I bet
Some
you
straight Geiger.
I bet you he might have overslept.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
probably still. He's
That's
probably
what
knocked
I
out.
think.
Yep. Because he just
That
said
nap-
he just said he was resting up.
That nap
tonight.
turned into a nighty night.
Yeah, he probably won't wake up until like 2 in the morning or something.
Nah,
Wake
he's
up
gonna
when
wake
it's
up
ending.
randomly. He's
Yeah,
gonna
when
wake
the
up at like
session is ending.
12 o'clock.
one.
11.
Probably forgot to put the alarm clock for 10.
Turned into a,
10
that shit
Eastern.
turned into a full 19 night.
Yeah, you guys be going hard because you guys got that Tuesday session and then tonight.
Mhm.
Lack of sleep.
And he just started working in the mornings too, so you don't know what that life is.
Yeah,
shit
he got.
That shit
he's
touches
working
your
a lot
soul.
of hours.
I'm not gonna lie, I be going to work bad.
Yeah.
I be going to work pissed the fuck off.
I
I don't even want to.
You double
Yo,
rules and go.
I just thought I go to work early in the morning too, but I go to work and I just start thinking about the session the night before. That shit keeps me awake another 3-4 hours.
You know,
before
right?
sleep.
I usually end up serving. Man,
I thought, yeah,
I did-
I'll,
I
that's why I be,
definitely wanna-
that's why I be seeing your morning fucking messages in WhatsApp. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
let's talk about this some more so I can stay awake.
I'm
Let's go.
up, fucking up.
Fucking
I'm angry.
halfway through the day, and I'm just like dozing. My supervisor caught me one time. He was like, cause I was doing my I was waiting because I plate fucking oxygen tanks, and I was waiting for because I gotta wait between sets. I gotta wait a few minutes. I'm just standing there waiting. I started fucking dozing. My head was down dozing. My boss was like, "Yo." I was like, "Oh
So I'd
shit."
be having to get up and walk around.
He's like, "You were
yeah.
dozing." I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it's just stupid.
But I got
I
got a
just,
cool
both-
supervisor. He's
Both myself and Pale Lady did a double move. So you guys see Pale Lady's huge form and like her massive tentacles kind of pulling her along the ground, like you see like the main form of like her body kind of like tumbling, not tumbling as in like backflipping, but tumbling as in like falling forward and rolling over on top of each other, because the way that the tentacles are moving her is like one tentacle kind of like flaps over and then the other tentacle kind of rotates and and flaps over that one. So it's like he's rolling forward on like this ball of tentacles, in order to get there faster. And he does that in a complete circle and even uses one of her tentacles to kind of latch onto this side wall over here to keep her from falling over into like the pit, and rushes past Luna. By accident. Rushes past Luna and goes in between Luna and Sophelia. And when he gets there, he uses her tentacles to kind of create like a standing podium below like the ivory faceless bust of like her main body, and then it twists around to face Luna, and it screams in common, "What are you doing so close? You're too frail. Be gone." You see Adler running in his huge form, and you can tell like he's not really used to being like physical. So he kind of looks like one of those like Titans from Attack on Titan with the weird ass run.
No.
Kind of looks like that. He almost
Those alien ass runs.
yeah. He stumbles right out here and he catches
Those
himself.
crackhead runs.
He's like, yeah, he's running really, really weird. He's just not used to
He's
like,
just gangly, just
right.
he's not
Just
supposed
limbs
to,
everywhere.
yeah.
He's
The
not
most-
supposed to be this big.
The most asymmetrical shit ever.
Right. So he gets to like this wall right
remember
here.
Voldo? Remember Voldo from fucking Soul Blade and
Yeah,
shit? Soul
Voldo,
Calibur?
yeah. Yeah, like
That's
the
how
Voldo. Just shoulders first. He's like, and his arms are like kind of loose and dangly. So he gets to this wall right here, and he leans up against it, and he's like kind of trying to catch his breath because he double moves to get there. And he's done after that. So tell lady, the double move was all I got. Next up, Luna.
Can't see shit from where I am.
You see Pale Lady screaming in your face saying, "What are you
He's
doing
like,
so
"I
close?"
you can see the wind, you can see the Wind Warrior up in the air. It's 20 feet up. You know what? That's what Roll20 needs. They need markers for flyers, like so that I can like.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to for a 2D like platform to imitate like 3D combat. That
So
takes some really good position.
while it's Luna's turn, as a free action, Sophia yells out something to her. Sophia, I mean, that's Sophia.
Oh, I know what I could do. I could put it
Luna.
on a nameplate.
Luna, Ruff needs you. Come in front of me. She's pointing towards this area here.
Pale Lady turns around to Sophia and said, "Are you mad? I thought that was Adler's position. You could protect her before. Why would you put her in front of you?"
Mm-hmm.
There's a.
Oh yeah, just a reminder too for you, Pizarro, your flaw kicked in, bro, because Luna took damage.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Right.
Let's go.
No, it stays on though, I think, doesn't it? It's not like
No,
for one turn.
If she's still in danger, I don't know if she's currently in danger no more. It doesn't look like she's in danger.
If I
So
go here, I will be in danger.
Right.
Yeah.
Just so, because I know you probably forgot other characters, so
I forgot how the character. Yeah.
So Luna calls back. It's not safe for me to go up there. I've been hit once.
I'll make it safe. Wait until I go. Wait until I make my move.
All right, and I delay.
Pale Lady's like, rubbish. What are you
Alright.
doing? Curse these things, you stupid little bitch.
Excuse me? Jill ought to get her tongue cut out.
And that's what she said to Luna. She's clearly saying something opposite to what Sophia wants.
There's a distorted voice that comes out of Luna, and she goes, "I shall do as I please." And Roth needs help. So unless you have healing capabilities, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-mm.
Fuck that. Was always weak.
Damn.
It's like,
Protect the living.
what does I guess Roth has to roll a stabilizer check.
Roll for stabilization. I think it's a
Go ahead, Luna. Roll for him.
It's a Constitution check. He has a
I'm doing it. Let's go.
+1 bonus.
There we go.
Ooh,
There you go.
nice.
He's stabilized. That's good. He ain't dying.
Death and dying.
Standard action stabilizer. Because that would require me to take my whole wand out, and I don't have it out with me right now.
If you're negative, okay, character falls unconscious. Stabilization. Stable. On the character's next turn, which is now, after being reduced to negative, you gotta make a DC 10 Constitution check, which was a success, so he is stable. Which means he will not continue to bleed away.
Okay, so I don't need to stabilize. Cool.
Sabuna. Alright, Sabuna. She's going to.
Oh, Nada's
okay.
here.
She's pretty much just gonna. I was just gonna have her move there.
Oh my guy.
She moves.
Actually,
Actually, yeah, no, I do control the fucking animal companion. She moves. Yeah, she moves there and just readies an action to like attack if if her master is being assaulted. So she's done. Sophia.
All right. So the Wind Warrior, you said it's 20 foot high. If Sophia were to get close to it with a melee weapon, is it like within her reach?
20 feet high. Okay, so I say, let's see, she's 10 feet up. So that would make 20 foot high from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 foot high off the ground. 1, 2, 2. You coulda. Yeah, and you got reach of 10 for being large. Yeah, you can hit with don't even need a pole arm.
Don't need a pole arm, right?
Yeah.
All right.
As long as you get right underneath it. Yeah. So like right here.
Yeah.
Right here would be good.
She's gonna do that. So, all right. So Sophia makes her move. She moves forward over here.
And we started your character.
She drops her. She drops.
So
she drops her.
Before we.
She cannot charge, right, Lewis? Because that's obstacles in the way.
Damages was 8.
Shit. Oh yeah, there's allies in the way. Yeah, you're being hit.
You cannot charge when there's allies.
Yeah.
You took that damage.
Even though like this row here is empty, it doesn't matter, right?
You are down and out of the fight, but you stabilize. And Sabuna's like,
Ross bodies.
Right,
Sabuna, Ross bodies in the way. Yeah, you got to have an unobstructed path.
All right, so I guess I'll go with regular attack.
Well, mostly I called you to see what was going on because, Oh, okay, I see you now.
All right, so she drops her short sword, and she drops out her
wake you up.
no dashi. She's like thinking, "Oh, it's all or nothing. This situation has gotten dangerous. I'm gonna try and take it out in one blow." So she tries to aim and attack. She's doing power attack 1.
Now you said with the no Daichi?
No Daichi, yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
So the
the bonus stays the same because
Actually, no power, no power, no power
No
attack.
power attack?
So it should be plus. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 6. It's a 1d10 weapon normally. So what is it now? 2d8 if it were to hit.
Shit. Hold up. It's either 2d8.
I think it's 2d8.
It's either
I
2d.
think it's 2d8, bro.
It might be 2d6.
I mean, a bastard sword is 2d8, and I know a bastard sword is 1d10.
I'm pretty sure it's 2d6. But I'm gonna double check.
Oh shit, my shit isn't on. I did not know that.
What happened? Was he napping or something?
Hey,
It's 1d10 goes up, but oh, it is 2d8. Huh.
Boom. See? I remember that because of the bastard sword. Usually goes to 2d8. It's the same. Anyway, she missed anyway, so.
He said all or nothing. Whiff.
I know that would have been, would that enlarge the Luna cast? That shit would have probably one shot at it right there if she hit.
Lucian, is your turn.
alright,
The Wind Warrior is far enough away from Sophelia that she's not.
Yeah,
Can
he's
I-
in the air.
can I-
She's
Can I
not.
jump across here?
She's not. In the,
No.
she's not in the way of your shot, or like you don't have to worry about the -4 penalty or it having any cover right now.
Good.
What are you trying to
Take
do?
this, I take this shot though. I can take this shot from back here. in the
I mean,
hotel?
the maximum range your pistol has is 100 feet. So yeah, as long as it's within 20 squares, you're good.
Oh yeah. 2.
Taking pistols after
Unless what you're
this.
talking about are you talking about trying to get that range touch?
But yeah, you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
that.
I'm trying to get
You
that
want that
touch.
range touch. I
Yeah.
don't know how much.
Yeah,
he's
looking
I gotta
for
move
that.
up.
You're gonna have to
I
move
gotta move
closer.
up.
I don't know how much grit left you have for Deadeye, but
I probably if that I feel like I already burned. I feel like at least 3.
you got
Yeah,
it
That's
marked.
fine,
one
man.
shot already.
You got it
there's the
marked
mega
down
boss.
somewhere.
Don't go conservative. They'll go conservative. You said every round. This is the mega boss.
Uh,
Well, you
Otherwise-
just saw
otherwise-
one of the frontliners get dropped, and so
Yeah,
only
exactly. You
frontliner
saw
who's
frontliner
standing
got
up
dropped.
is the
Right,
field
right.
and lady right now.
oh yeah, I got that. I'll use that. I got one left.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Is Samuel's here? Because I see his avatar. but
5.
I don't hear him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
said
hear him.
he said his camera was blacked out. He's trying to get his setup online right
Okay.
now.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what is
2,
that?
3, 4, 5, 6. It's just 1 grip point to make it a touch attack, and it's
Pull the
it's
tail of
right
flames
at
out
the
to
30.
the
It's right at the 30 feet mark for your point blank. So
Nice.
you
Plus
have
one attack and
an
damage.
additional +1 to your attack and damage. So
Oh,
make your attack roll.
Please?
Did I hit it?
No, I don't think so. 14. I don't know.
14 on a touch. Its touch AC is flew right through it. It dodged
They
it.
got
It
the
dodged
high
it.
dexterity.
It swerved out the yeah. It swerved out the way.
Yeah, they earned the epitome of dexterity.
Alright.
That was a good shot, though.
That's it. Turns over. And I can't intimidate or nothing, huh? That's an
Luna, don't forget to take your turn.
I can't intimidate, right?
You're right. You're right.
Oh.
You forgot to take your turn, man.
My
You gotta
bad. I'm gonna. Yes, Michael.
Jesus, you were supposed to go.
Moving here.
That's what I should be doing.
Cure light wounds.
The spell?
No, the
Or
one.
the wand. The
Wand.
wand. Okay,
Yeah.
mark off a charge off the wand.
Got it.
After a little bit of something strange doesn't change.
Bringing back Roth back into the action.
Roll 1d8 plus 1. Cast level 1? Yeah, 1d8 plus 1.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Max roll. Max HP.
And a kind of
That
a
can't be.
soothing voice.
Oh, I was about to say you don't max HP out of the roll. I was about to say that's his max HP. Nah.
In a soothing voice, Luna
Oh, it
kinda
was
like-
when he was level 1. Not anymore.
in a soothing voice, Luna puts the wand on him,
It's like
and
rise,
the
champion.
energy starts to come over him. She goes, "You don't die on my watch. You're not dying on my watch."
Dun, 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 dun. Comes the cone of fucking slap.
Okay, ladies, and now that you're done with your sentimentality, hurry up and get out of the way. The orc must pick up his weapon and then stand. During that time, they'll attack him again.
It flies and avoids Sophilia's attack of opportunity as it dives straight to the ground,
Epic acrobatics.
stops at the ground, and hovers above it.
We go.
As it hovers above the ground, it clangs its swords again, and in a straight line catches 1, 2.
Oh,
Three.
John
Four.
Diggins, bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna patch our saving throw. And if Luna drops, Pale Lady's gonna be mad at the feeling because he told John Diggins.
I need a
He's fucking
reflex.
everybody.
I need a reflex saving
Yeah.
throw from Sophia Sabuna Roth.
That's so crazy.
Yo, Rob goes back. Oh, something. The Luna passed us. She's just outraged. Good shit.
His eyes, my man's eyes open.
if
Just
Luna didn't
Just to close it.
If Luna didn't-
No,
Yeah,
you have to roll it just out of range.
That's
Yeah.
If
just out
Luna
of
didn't,
range.
if Luna didn't heal Roth, he probably would have died right now.
Let me,
Yeah,
hold on,
really
let me
would
roll-
die.
hold on, let me roll my save and see if I would have died or been dying.
No, I
That's
think
true.
Roth
That's
probably would have
true.
died because he would have automatically failed a reflex
Yeah.
save because he's unconscious.
Oh, true.
So there you go.
Oh,
Roth would have had a
ooh.
dead
I
character.
would have passed that.
I've heard of people giving reflexes to people that are unconscious, though.
I could have sworn they get
What?
reflexes.
That's
I
like
could
no
have sworn they did.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I,
never-
I've
Makes
heard
no sense.
I've heard stories though where like what they
What
do.
shit
He-
does that make?
he
What-
said
what
he
they-
heard
Okay,
tails.
let me get this
Your
straight.
body.
He said he's heard tales, but is it happening in this game?
What they no,
No,
not
it's
in
not.
this game. No, what that what
No,
they
it
did.
shouldn't,
No,
'cause
here's
it's
what they
stupid.
did. They would
Yeah,
they would
Right.
have the player roll the reflex, but as if they were an object, because objects do get
Mm.
saving
How does that
throws.
work?
Objects get saving throws. Magic objects.
Yeah,
Magic objects
but
get saving
come on
throws.
now.
Magic
If you are
objects get saving throws.
paralyzed,
It's only 20 foot.
So
if
no
you
wait,
are
what
paralyzed,
I know what they
And
do.
take
you
a
don't
big
get a
large spell.
fucking
I was to say what
reflex
what they do is they count
That's
they count it as if the character had a dexterity of 0, so they would apply all those penalties to the reflex save, and then have them roll it. And I
That
don't
sounds
know.
like
It
niggas
sound yeah.
reaching
It,
just
it
so they
yeah.
can-
I've heard of some DMs doing that. I'm like, I don't know about that.
That
I'm
niggas
like,
is reaching, bro. Because if you're paralyzed, you don't get a reflex save.
I
So
think
if
you're
I
not
think
paralyzed,
I
you're
think
pretty much
okay.
equivalent
You know
to
what it
being
is?
paralyzed.
I think what it is. I think the reason they do it is because they want to represent that chaos factor in combat and that luck factor in combat. They wanted to, they
Mhm.
want to give an unconscious PC a fighting chance to survive that fireball by taking half damage for whatever fucking reason. But the reflex save will represent that aspect of luck and chaos. You know, of like.
Yeah, but how do you explain coup de grace then? Because I mean, like, if your creature is
Oh no, coup de grace are different because coup de grace,
That's a
the
different-
enemy,
it's
yeah, the
meant
enemy
to-
makes the
it's
attack
meant
roll.
to.
The
Yeah.
enemy makes the actually no. The coup de grace is the enemy gets an auto hit, auto crit. It's an auto
That's
crit
what I'm
too, I
saying.
believe.
Like it's automatic because you can't do anything about it
Right.
because you're unconscious.
But
yet,
no,
fucking,
but yet you still get a fortitude save.
well, that makes
Mhm.
sense because the fortitude doesn't require you to actually move or do anything. It's legitimately your innate
Good-
constitution
Good,
that's always
good call,
active.
Luna.
After.
You saved the party member. Yeah, you know what's funny? That the fact that you're in large Sophelia, she's taking up 10-foot square, therefore preventing Luna from being targeted because it's only
Hold
20
on,
foot.
hold
Well,
on,
no,
hold on,
no. What I was saying before is like I don't think they roll the reflex because the character's actively dodging. I think they roll.
Oh, you
I
think
think
because of the outside
they use the
outside
reflex
factor
to
represent luck?
represent like the luck and chaos factor of your body got hit by that fireball, but somehow you're still alive. AKA,
I think that's unfair to only do that for one aspect of a saving throw when there's three other aspects of the saving throw that could also have luck applied to them. You know what I'm saying? Like why does reflex get that love? Why don't you have a luck application for fortitude or a luck application for will if that's the case? You know what I'm saying?
So,
Well, that's already factored when you roll fortitude and will saves.
Let's continue.
so
Man.
Who's
Luna heals
the
Roth. Roth dodges the attack.
Yeah, Roth and Sabuna, and I think Sophia.
Luna says it's like a lower
No,
voice.
they
but
just
enough
take
for
half
people to
damage.
hear her.
They don't have evasion.
Oh, that's what they pass the reflex. I said.
Yeah.
I
She
ain't said
takes a
nothing
quick
about that.
glance at the pale lady and she goes, and he would have died if I wasn't here. Your words
That's my
ring
sis.
false.
That's my sister.
Death is a part of life.
She
A
got the
risk
heart
that he
of
took when he
King.
signed on.
I raced her well. I raced her.
Hmm.
You
He
made
just want-
Luna.
he
Luna,
just
you
wanted
made
to eat
Sophia
that fucker.
proud.
Good
She
job.
treated me like a hero. Good job, Luna.
Like a hero.
MVP. Look at that heroic.
Lucia looks back at the
Eliminated
pale lady
Luna.
and says, "You just wanted to eat the dog, didn't you?"
Oh, she wanted to eat Rock.
She just wanted to eat
trying to eat
You
Rock.
gotta eat the dog, really.
Said
Pale lady
eat.
does
You just
not
wanted to eat
respond.
the
She's trying to eat Rock, man.
All right, we
Careful
got
with the pale lady.
Adler and Pale Lady. Doesn't have much room to maneuver.
Yeah, Alex does
Throw
not
me in
have
this
any
abyss right here.
Yo,
Wow.
Chuck me in here.
that
He's
lady
on
is
the
tight to
ground now.
Jessup. She's
She
tight
The
can-
to
Wind
she-
Warrior's
she-
on
she-
the ground.
Wind Warrior's on the ground,
No, he's fighting
but
behind.
even
It's
while it's on the
opportunity.
ground, it's not standing on the ground, right? It's just
No, it's
Standing
only
floating.
I mean, it's
5
on the
feet high.
it's like in the space it would be. It's just hovering like literally like just off the ground like this
Right.
much.
Oh,
Really.
Right, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
that means
boy.
it won't be susceptible to
Oh,
like
right.
falling or anything like that. It's unfortunate that this thing flies at will. Because that means Grease won't be able to
Intimidating stuff still work though, right?
No.
Maybe.
What will work is it has those weapons in its
He-
hands, right,
he about-
Louis?
About to scare the shit out of an
two
elemental.
long swords. Yeah, it has two long swords in his hands.
It's
Yeah.
a long sword. Okay.
Two wind
So-
long swords.
What I am going to do
Grease.
is
Did
I'm
someone
going
already
to
try to identify it?
We did, but we didn't make high enough roll. So we
yeah.
know it's an elemental.
Yeah,
just
we did
don't know-
that
we
in
just
the
don't-
very beginning, but
Yeah,
we couldn't.
all
We don't know
the
the traits.
All right.
all the planes people,
So we got
all the knowledge planes people did, but they only know it's an elemental. That's you know.
2 week. 2 week.
5,
I'm gonna take an
10,
evil spell
15,
once.
20, 25. Alright, so 25, and then I get an extra 5 feet every 2 levels. So on level 2, I get another 5. Only got 30 feet range on this. He's too far away. God damn. Even if I would move up here, say I would move up here. Give me an extra 5 feet, still won't be enough. 30, god damn it. Alright, so too far to do Grease. That's not gonna work. So Adler just here. Doesn't do anything. Pale Lady is annoyed that so many people that should be behind her are in the way.
What round is this? 4?
Yeah.
considering knocking them out of the way.
She about to
So-
knock us
So
all
you
out.
guys only did one extra round after I left yesterday?
Huh? You're
Well,
talking
not
about the
yesterday,
other.
but last session. You know what I meant.
No, we actually stopped on your turn.
I don't
know.
remember getting blasted.
Oh yeah.
Or I fucking.
We stopped right when I was like, oh, we'll just wait for the next session and he can roll his reflex save. So that was where I stopped.
Okay.
When you left last night,
So I
when you
still
left-
have 5 rounds left on my divine favor. That's all I'm trying to make sure.
Lou, I can move through the space of allies, right? I just can't stop there.
Yeah.
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So, her Lady Devil moves again. Moves past Lucian. And moves past Luna.
These are all-
Purposely steps on Roth since he's prone. Steps on him. And pauses for a moment to look down. And usually the bust of her face has like, it's usually like featureless. But you see like a lamprey mouth open up on the bust of it and forms like what looks like a smile. Then squeezes past Ophelia's go here.
I don't think she has that much.
Trying to envision that.
She only
And
has like,
just kind of like
isn't her speed
double
20
move.
feet? So she can only move
She's
40
double
feet.
move. I'm 40.
He said double move.
I double move. That was it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I put up.
8. Problem is, you do that, it looks like this.
Mm. All right. Well, if I can't go there,
Yeah, she can't. Yeah, she's got no.
if I can't go there, then she'll just sit here. She'll
Unless-
just sit here in the background. Nope. She sits right here, and you see her tentacles. Tentacles fold up, and it looks like she folds it like a crossing arm,
She about to overrun it.
and she just taps the tail on the floor, and she's like, "I guess you all want to die."
Luna, it is your turn.
Would be
Done.
behind Sophelia, right? Because I delayed.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's right. You delayed all the way up until behind.
And still Sophelia wins.
It's still she's still Luna's supposed to go after Sophia.
She goes after. Okay.
Right.
Yes. So she should be like 21 also, or 20. I'm not.
All right. So then it's Roth's turn.
Okay.
Who's prone? Who is prone?
Mm-hmm.
Close the
alive.
death door, but Luna brought him back.
And alive.
Not your time yet, champion. Right.
Yo, for real, man.
Right.
Kind of taking a deep ass breath, waking up like, I know sudden boom, fucking rolls her.
Anime son
Sounds
of
heard before he went down
Look
before.
at anime son.
He's waiting
That shit
for
was
that
wild.
sound.
Fucking roll to the side to like, to deflect the brunt of that attack. Hence he passed his reflex, but that shit still hurt.
Right. Damn. Okay, so damn, I used a lot of my shit already to kill the other one. All right, so I don't want to use. Don't use my whole turn just getting up. That'll be stupid. I don't think I have much of a choice though.
Yeah, you
If
can't.
I use a move action to get up, I could 5 foot step, obviously, right? Still, because I
Yeah.
didn't move anywhere.
Yeah.
That's all I can really do with him this turn. Um,
Or is that not like a thing?
Can you 5 foot step on while on prone?
Like as a like a battle, like rolling on the ground.
No,
Oh yeah, just to remind you,
I think there's a
Samuel,
rogue.
you're
There's a
trying to
rogue talent for that, but I don't know. You can't normally do that.
right. I
Yeah.
think you can't normally do
call
that.
crawl or
You
something like
need
that.
you need like a feat for that.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a move action to stand up, and I'm gonna 5 foot. Um,
Just to
5 foot
remind you,
over here.
wait a second, before you take your action, Matt, I just want to remind you that because you felt unconscious, that
Mhm.
means when you fell, you also dropped your weapon. So if you want to get that back, that's also going to be a move action to get that. Unless you got another weapon out on you that you're going to draw. You know what I'm saying?
I never thought of that.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Why am I acting like as if I don't have a standard and a move action?
You do
Right.
understand.
You do have a standing move action.
But the move
You
action
would
was
just
Okay.
take all of those to
move
do,
action was to stand up.
and you got a standard. I guess it'll be to retrieve your weapon. Then a 5 foot step move.
If he does a 5 foot step move, can he draw at the same time? Can he draw out another weapon that he has equipped?
You can pick up your weapon.
Can
It'd be a
I?
move action to draw it, which he has. He could
I-
move,
you
stand up, move, draw,
I want to move,
5 foot,
stand up,
or pick up. He could use the move to pick up the
move.
weapon that dropped. He doesn't have to draw a new one. Move actions,
And if you
grab the weapon
and if you
that's on the
stay
floor.
here, I can heal you some more.
Move action, stand up, 5 foot, done. Like that would be the turn.
I'm gonna take out my long spear. I know what y'all saying, but I'm gonna take out my long spear, and I'm gonna move here.
Okay, so move action, stand
Can you
up.
do that
move.
without provoking?
Move there, and as you're moving, you can draw
Yeah.
a weapon while moving. So,
I don't think it has reach, so you should
yeah.
be fine.
yeah. There's no, it doesn't have.
And then
reach.
I would have.
All right, and then I'm gonna call Sabina, have Sabina run over here, and
Now that that space is clear,
I'm gonna have
let's go at the end of the initiative.
have Sabina aid.
You just unlucky right now, Sophia, right? Like you just rolling low, right?
He roll up
Yeah.
2 again. Yeah, otherwise the shit would have been dead right now.
All right, we're gonna aid. She's gonna aid you. That's it. He's done.
Have her make
Alright.
her aid roll check thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
That is an
Oh wait, hold up. That's without
unsuccessful
that's without flanking. That's without flanking, and that's without divine favor. So you got it. Enjoy that +4 bonus.
She needs it, trust me.
She
Thank
doesn't
you,
have.
brother.
She doesn't have divine favor. She's not within 5 feet.
It's okay. She's flanking.
With who?
Sabuna,
It's flanking. I'm flanking with Roth. So she would get +2 on top of that.
Yeah,
The DC's 10.
he has a reach weapon, and the creature is only 5 feet away.
Flanking bonus only applies when you're attacking the creature that you're flanking. She's aiding another. That's not an attack.
Oh, okay.
That's a completely separate
Well,
action.
I did not know that.
Yeah, aid another is its own action.
Yeah, because you have to
So-
be considered physically.
So then my flank. So is it possible for Sabina to get over here so I could be flanking with Sophia?
She's got the movement. She want to acrobatics to avoid an attack of opportunity.
Sure.
I'm gonna fail this.
Yeah, because that's the goes against the CMD of the Wind Warrior. Oh shit!
Well, she got that barding, so
Nice.
ooh, she got that. Miss.
Did not succeed in beating the CMD of the Wind Warrior.
What?
Where that motherfucker got
Yeah,
dexterity for a
Holy.
living.
Mm-hmm.
So Frida hasn't been able to get not even one attack opportunity out of like 3 triggers. That's how high the CMD is.
Boy,
Mm,
that's
But it
bad,
missed.
bro.
It's
Oh,
okay.
that was
dodged it.
like a AOE.
She dodged it though. She got
It's
in there.
okay because I still see it as like all it means is that I don't get to do it without taking an attack. I still did it though. I see Zabuna like doing her best to follow orders and shit, moving as fast as she can, but okay. She provokes an attack, but she still got AC, baby. You still gotta beat her AC. She's just moving around mad like
She got AC and that HP.
Sabuna is
AC
fucking.
and HP,
She
yeah.
has more
that
HP
dog-
than anyone in the party.
Sabuna is that dog. I'm a Tarasu from Marvel vs. Capcom. So.
Right, basically.
Amaterasu.
So there you go.
Philly,
Now he gets to enjoy
So she gets +2 from flanking then, right? Total bonus. Is that correct?
Or was it +4?
it's +4.
It's +4.
Oh, it's +4?
She's got a feat.
Wait a second. Now
got
that the space is opened up, doesn't Play Lady's delayed action come into play? Because she was waiting for the space to open up.
You can't.
You could
You
go
mean
in.
readied action to move
Oh,
again?
ready action. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she can. Yeah, she can go here now.
Mhm.
So if that was a readied action, then I gotta put her before Sabuna. Sophia.
All right. So,
To Ophelia, and she goes, "Let me attempt to reduce his defenses."
Sophia like nods and delays her action after Luna.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
attacks.
he goes, yes. That's
What?
what I was waiting for. Your
What?
true power.
I forgot the hex for the attacks was still on, but I think that wore off by now because you weren't cackling for a while.
I never.
I don't think she ever did
I
that.
never
Oh!
did it.
It was on the other one.
It was on the other one.
Okay.
mm.
So
One that's
Sophia
bodied
delays,
already.
Sophia delays her action to go after Luna.
And you see Adler's grin
Combo.
go over Adler's face as he's
Wow, this
waiting for Luna
combo.
to cackle. He goes, yeah, this is my favorite part.
Luna.
Reduce that
Luna.
HC, son.
Ophelia combo.
Hit her with that evil eye. Let me see. Is he within 30 feet? Yeah.
Yeah, lower her AC. His AC.
Yes. Do it, witch. Do it.
As the dark eyes form around him.
fuck?
What the fuck?
Bring out your true self.
Yes. Oh wait, that was. I thought it was. I thought
So
it was
for
Luna.
one round, it's would you? Oh, it's armor class.
And then
Bummer.
like her
Do something.
eyes go black as she stares at him, and then she proceeds to laugh to extend it for one round.
What's that? The AC went down by 2 or 4?
2.
By 2.
By 2. Nice.
Yes.
Sophia,
Finally.
please don't roll another 2. I'm gonna call her number 2. She rolls too many 2.
Let's hear that.
So you got an additional
go!
+4 to hit, and then it's
Yes.
AC drop by. That's a net. That's a net bonus of +6. Sophia's turn.
All right.
Really
She's not even gonna use.
I
She's
just
not even
forgot to
gonna.
role play fucking what happened after I got up.
She's not even
but-
gonna use. She's not even gonna use power attack because I'm like freaking afraid she's gonna. So she goes like. She nods in appreciation for her party hating her. And
This
she
is so
throws-
godlike.
She throws up. She throws a quick fire. Mistra, I leave it all to you. And she swings. Guide my hand.
Fortune on her ass. Damn.
Somebody else should roll for you.
Well, maybe that hit.
I mean, it's over 10. I mean, like, that's still a decent roll.
Yeah.
By
Only
these
reason-
guys' standards.
If she hit, only reason is because of the party that hit.
Just as you were about
Right.
to
She was
strike.
gonna miss.
The
I
Wind
You
think
better
that-
use
Warrior.
you better
No,
use
stop.
smite and everything else with
No,
that, bro.
No, let me stop.
Oh,
The
that's
You
20,
can smite it. It's not an evil
the
creature.
the 22
Oh, true.
was a successful hit. You rolled damage.
Jesus, I thought you was gonna miss on the
Oh
22
my
level.
god,
I'm
bro.
that surprised you can miss, man. Yeah,
Fuck.
man, help.
We only Lou, take it easy. We only level 2, man. This is the AC of like
Right.
level 5 monsters.
Ah,
It's just a well-built
Well,
character.
you guys can
Well, we
handle
want a
it.
level, so here we go.
You guys can handle. You
That's
guys.
prerequisite.
So 2d8
You got
plus.
it.
We got it. We got it.
You've been playing 20 years. You're good.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Eat that! Eat that! Wind
That's what
Warrior! 17 points of damage!
He's
Mm,
out of here.
that's what
Get
we
him
like
outta
to
here.
see.
Yes! Learning from
Get him
Roth.
out of here, coach. Get
Learning
him out of
Did
here.
you guys care if I could
Doing
be
that heavy
on the
paddle.
on the
Lucian
Wow.
sound mad evil. Get him out of here, coach.
That was
done for.
that was right
Son,
on.
Split him in
That
half, son.
was right on the dot as Sophilia's attack slices down straight through the middle of it, and it splits its form in half, and it just like it does this and like freezes and then like discorporates.
Game over.
Discorporates away.
Kelly slaps a tentacle on the floor.
Oh,
Yes, this is what they should have done. This is what I
Camera
want.
pans out and
Thank
play
you,
the
lady.
victory music.
thank you, Lady of Mystery. Oh,
Let's go, son. Let's
you see,
go.
All those arms in the background.
Sophia, she puts her hands like her on her forehead, like swiped off like a little bit of sweat. Like, oh, wow, that was intense. Great job, everyone.
Mm.
He's obviously happy.
Roth kind of starts to
Roth.
lean on his spear,
And then she goes like towards Roth. Roth,
breathing heavy.
Mm.
you're the bravest, most courageous warrior I've ever seen.
You
And then
see, Lucian.
she passes her hands on his shoulder, and then she does like lay on hands on Roth Lewis.
All right.
Let me see.
About to be like, what's your strength score? You big as hell. Probably knock
Hey.
him out.
Got it.
You're a courageous warrior. Boom.
Right.
I thought that was
Yeah, you knock him out
Hey,
again.
Twin them there, right?
A miss to bolster your strength furthermore.
Mm. I'll take
You
4
see
more
Luke-
HP. Mm-hmm.
You see Lucian walk up to Rothgar and hand him the cigarette. hand him
Oh,
the roll up.
shit.
believe-
Damn,
I
Roth
can't
gonna
believe
smoke
you
his
made it.
first cig.
It said, I can't believe,
He
can't
hands
believe
him
you
the
did it.
shit.
You want to hit this? He said, you want to hit this?
This is the finest halfling.
Yeah,
This is the finest halfling pipe weed in all the realm.
Oh, bro.
The lady
Yeah,
goes over
he
here.
has
She
to
says
roll
the
the
rock
joint.
dog. She goes, I thought you were leaving Sabrina in my care for a moment.
This is the pipe weed from the
Damn,
from the
son.
purple
Everyone's
marches
coming
of
taunting
Tifa.
that Roth, son.
Nah, because you did body that one fucking
yeah, that was
one
very
before
heroic.
Mm,
To put your
that-
life at risk. You won't. Yeah, you definitely got like kudo points, Sophia. You put your life
Well,
on the line. Take this
Roth
thing
is
down. That's
breathing
pretty heroic.
heavy. He feels the energy from Sophia invigorate him. Some of his wounds starts to close. Sabita kind of trots over after everyone's saying, all their all their, showing all their gratitude, and Spuna starts licking him on his face. He smiles a little bit, you know what I mean, grabs Sabuna, pets her a little bit, you know what I mean, and then he looks over everyone. He's like, it was a fine fight indeed. Let's finish what we came for.
If this nigga don't give me credit for saving his ass, I'll be dead. This nigga will be dead for me.
This is bad.
Nah, good teamwork, man.
It was a group effort. It was a group effort. It was a group effort. Like,
Great teamwork.
there was a lot of teamwork. Not
Loving it.
shit. Honestly,
we-
think about it. Think about it. Right now,
Can
I
we
would have
check
been dead,
around?
right?
Can I check
But
around?
because Roth didn't do
first.
anything aside from
So
direct Sabina to flank.
after the Wind Warriors forces were
Since he got it.
defeated, that pillar
Made-
of
Made a big
wind,
difference.
that pillar of wind in the center, which is where Sophia is partially in it, it starts to the wind that's within it like gets stronger and starts to like propel upward whoever's standing in it. And when you look up, it's like going into like the that hole, that circular hole in the ceiling where you see light coming down from. That's where it's like
Technically, I would have still been alive. By the way,
it's trying to push you up towards.
For sure. For the
Oh,
minute.
my
Okay.
HP, I would have to have gotten to -15. No, negative.
I used Cure Light
13.
Wounds to get you from -3. Okay, I got you.
I was at -1.
You-
8
you
damage
said-
would have brought me to -9. I would have still been alive because you have to get to your con
Lucian,
score.
You
in
look,
negative
you
HP
look
to
around
die.
that spot and you notice
You
you don't
stabilized.
notice
you
anything
stabilized.
dangerous or you don't sense that it's any sort of trap. You just take note that those winds look like they
Mm.
will fly someone upwards straight to like another chamber that's up there.
This is like some
So-
Zelda shit.
So
Oh,
I feel like
okay,
also-
same thing.
So Fila goes to the group. All right. I'll go investigate. Everyone stay here in the time being.
And
Just
then
in
there's
case there's a
also
trap
there's
out
also the anime. I don't know who. I know the history buffs probably if you're interested in looking up the animating frescoes along the walls.
That's what Adler was over here doing. That's why he didn't join the group. He's looking at the stuff on the wall. That's what he was trying to look for
Or
over
they
there.
have like paintings.
Yeah, there's paintings on the walls all over.
It's moving.
All over.
Yeah, what I had described as before, where there was 4 wide galleries, and these walls are covered with enormous bas-relief vistas.
These paintings are probably worth a lot of money.
Now
Yeah,
the images of these bas-reliefs look blurred and
Reminds me of Mario 64.
look blurred and distorted, and they weren't really possible to tell what they even represent until you had gotten close to them, which was 10 feet distance. And that was when I remember describing the first one, but I'll do it again. When you were within 10 feet of a bas-relief, valves breathed forth a smoky sheet of steam that covered the entire wall. And then what the steam does, it starts to eddy and play about the rough carvings. And then there are distinct impressionistic images that become apparent on those walls. And these images actually shift and move, seemingly coming alive with action. And the first one was an image that depicted a peaceful scene featuring several jinn relaxing in an idyllic country scene. Dozens of perfect circles fill the sky above the frolicking figures, and as the steam runs over the image, there are dark, twisted shapes that emerge from the sculpture's edges. The shapes coalesce to form monstrous-looking humanoid beings, similar in shape and style to the jinn, but more monstrous-looking. And as the creatures approach the jinn, the circles in the sky begin to burst one by one. The next image on the next bas-relief depicted a towering jinn figure wearing a glyph standing over a legion of other jinn warriors. The glyph looks familiar because the glyph I wonder if it was this one. The glyph resembles the same glyph as have it in the handouts? The characters recognize it.
Mm.
Do I have it? Hold on, let me check the. Might have had it as an image instead of in a handout. I don't know why I didn't put it in the handouts. I thought I put it in the handouts.
Mm.
I don't know.
Okay. I know I did. Huh. Now I can't find it. What did I name it?
Hmm.
Maybe it was an image and I showed it. And did I name it Glyph?
Mm.
Wouldn't that be some shit? No, I did not. God damn it. Let's see. Let's see.
So somebody needs to roll some knowledge arcana to recognize it.
No, somebody already did roll knowledge arcana for this. I know it's down here.
Uh-oh, your voice just went.
Oh, mine? Blah, blah, blah.
I hear you now. What
Oh,
happened?
okay.
Would you say someone just and then I didn't hear anything else?
There it is. That's what I called it? Okay. Weird. I should have put that in the handouts, and I don't know why. Don't know. Alright, I found it. Just had to go down longer. This thing.
It's like a broken piece of
Now,
some
I
horn or something.
remember somebody rolling a
Tooth?
knowledge check on it. You recognize this, so that glyph right below that apparatus.
Was that in the beginning of the Whispering Cairn?
Yep. You
Oh.
see that glyph above the tower, above the
Oh, we saw something like that in the beginning.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that glyph, and I believe somebody passed their arcana or their history. Somebody did, and you recognize it as part of a language that seems really, really ancient. You weren't sure exactly what, but you know it.
I remember Sophia
You were,
rolling a
yeah,
linguistic check,
she passed the
and
linguistics and realized it was
she passed, right.
it was related to the Oran language. It wasn't
A
Oran. Yeah.
language before Oron, I think you said, or
Yeah.
something.
The
Yeah.
language before Oran, like
The predated Oron.
yeah, like it seemed like a parent
Yeah,
language of
it predated
Oran.
Oron.
Which means it's fucking ancient as all hell, like beyond
Yeah.
when humans even existed. Um,
Oh shit.
and
Some
it
deep
seemed to have represented a word,
primordial.
and the word was this is why you guys need a note taker. That was it was that word that I just typed in. And I think your characters did find like another, I don't know when, they did find another glyph at another spot in the place, and there was a word for that too. Scott, remember what it was. Alright, so
Damn.
so the second image of the bas relief, the second bas relief, depicted a towering Jin figure wearing that glyph, the glyph that represents the word Ikostiol, standing over a Legion of uh, the Jin warriors, and the central warrior bears a glyph that's different than Akosiel's. But each figure bears a.
Really has.
It seems that, but each figure seems to bear a glyph of a distinct word, which is as your characters can easily deduce, they're probably the names of these figures using that language. As the steam plays about the image, the warriors raise longswords and salute to the one with the glyph, with apparently the name Icosiel. In the third bas relief, there was a group of 7 proud noble Jin that present a staff-like,
Imagine.
not staff-like, that presented a scepter. This scepter appears to, they present the scepter to a council of superior Jin in this gallery image. As the steam fills the bas relief's contours, the central figure raises the scepter above his head, where it seems to split into 7 irregular parts. And then each of the 7 Jin presenters bears a carven glyph that identifies them as a member of a group that of a particular group. The fourth bas relief in this, the fourth and final bas relief in this gallery, it depicts what appears to be a final battle between the Jin and what you can now make out to be probably their the ancient enemies, the Efreet. And as the steam moves about the image, and oh, that's the wrong one. As the steam moves about the image, it appears that one of these noble Jin that was part of that 7 Jin group had impaled the leader of this
Damn.
of these
Some betrayal?
of these Efreet. No. The one of the Jin impaled the leader of the Efreet that were attacking.
Okay.
What's a Jin? Is that like
Those-
It's
elemental?
Now the genie? Like
it's a genie. It's a genie of the air elemental genies, the air.
Oh, okay. So it's not like the fire.
I'm sorry, there's yeah.
No, the
It's the
Efreets
air.
are the fire genies. Yeah.
Efreet is
I
fire.
think Aladdin's Jin was a. I mean, Aladdin's genie was a Jin.
Yeah.
Adler points at the
Yeah.
gun.
It also
And he
looks.
goes-
Oh wait, I didn't
But there's
finish the
different
image.
types.
Sorry, that's the
As the
And Jafar was an Ifriti, actually, now that I think about it.
Remember American Gods? That was Jin too though. They were like he was like a fire element.
The word jinn comes, I believe, from like the Muslim like tradition where jinn are actually considered evil spirits. So, in the Islamic faith,
Both of them?
yeah, the jinn are considered,
Yeah.
evil spirits in the world.
They're not good.
yeah, it ended up getting, the mythology of it ended up getting, rearranged or twisted or colonized over time, and
They make you think,
they
it's
and
lucky.
they ended up
No,
they ended up
it was
becoming
terrible if you got 3 wishes.
not read, but I had heard like the word ended up somehow becoming representing of like a genie. Like it got a, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say evolved, maybe bastardized into like genie.
Bastardized, exactly.
Yeah.
A better word.
Perverse.
It got
If you
got
read
perverse
if you
into
read the
genie.
Quran, then
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
not
the
okay.
Quran, talks about the jinn. So the and then here we are with Dungeons and Dragons, and they're like, let's introduce the jinn as genies, but they're air genies, the genies of the elemental plane of air, and the Ifrit are the elemental plane of fire genies, and the Dao are the earth ones, and the Marids are the water ones.
Okay.
I mean, I guess do they have a like an alignment, like a natural alignment?
Jinn typically are good. I think Marids are neutral. Daos are or Dao are
I thought the Tao was neutral.
I think they're mostly neutral also. Oh no. They're like lawful. I think I think they were evil.
Well, the Tao are evil. Oh, shit.
Some of them are evil. They either like it depends. They either range from like evil to neutral, whereas the Ifrit are like evil.
Interesting.
Add points to the
but
training. Oh, you still
yeah.
going?
So this noble Jin that had impaled the leader of the enemy that appears in this bas relief vanished into a planar rift along with the enemy that they defeated and also along with the scepter. And the one with the glyph of Icosio was struck by a beam from the eyes of the leader of the Ifrit and slumps dead to the ground. And that's the entire bas relief storyline.
Timeline. Story, yeah.
Which makes it clear that the one dying at the end has been entombed within this cairn.
Adler points to the Jin illustration, and he turns to look at the pale lady and says, "You said that one day I can call these." And pale lady like folds her tentacles and it's in time.
This guy about
First,
to summon
the
the
power
Jin.
must be pure, and then you can call them. But for now, you are nothing close to such a thing.
You're not worthy yet.
He turns back to like the illustration and he sits down and he tries to memorize what he's seeing. Try to commit it to memory.
This is a giant pit underneath us, right?
Yeah, it's like 60 feet deep. It's just like a crater.
Well, Roth is going to get back to the edges. Yeah. Where it's probably more stable.
And I don't
a
know.
lady goes into this wind thing.
And she.
Yeah, so that's what Sophia was doing, going up there.
Those two.
But she's first hitting herself.
Those two fly upwards. Not like super fast.
Who up?
More like an elevator.
She healed herself first, Louis, by the way. I rolled in the chat earlier.
Oh, the lay on hands? Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Her lady tells Alan.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what's up there. So pale lady and Ophelia.
Oh, this is a.
Right.
Anyone can go up.
No,
okay. Hold up.
Before the group dispersed, before Roth left and all that, because he probably didn't know. Like Sophia, before you went on the narrative, Sophia said this beforehand. She's like, "All right, it looks like we could go up. I'll go in first because I don't think everyone else knew that there's an elevator going up there." So she does say that. So you guys are aware that there is a passage above where we're at.
Okay. All right. So then, if you intend to go up, if you intend to go up, then Roth is gonna stick around to hear you say whether it's safe or not.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would do that. And I'm like,
Right.
why is Roth
Yeah,
leaving
he
the-
wouldn't abandon. He's not gonna abandon anyone.
Did we get anything off? We don't get anything off those winged creatures, right?
No.
Just
I guess
experience.
Ophelia and the Pale Lady are going up there, right?
He said they're like everything about them was like
Just disappears, right?
yeah.
That's what happened. The last one
Just
disintegrated,
yeah,
right?
just discorporated and vanishes. Yeah.
Including their long swords.
Those
I know. I
disintegrate-
said the
yeah,
same
the
thing.
long
Those
sword.
He said it was
disintegrate.
made of
What's the long
wind.
sword?
They
It was
Ah,
made
disintegrate.
of
oh,
wind.
crap.
Okay. Okay.
Also, Ophelia was gonna upgrade her weapons. Guess not.
Somebody, right?
Yo,
can't
this
hurt
guy
that.
looks like, oh, those two swords are too powerful. They be throwing sonic beams. And
I mean,
shit.
unless somebody's
I'm not
trying
giving
to,
that-
unless somebody's trying to,
I'm not
har-
giving that this low
unless
level.
somebody's trying to like harvest the essence of the Wind Warrior and then use it to craft a magic item in the future. I don't know.
I mean, not do it.
Yeah,
That sounds
we do
like
that?
DC 50. So
And-
Can we
Said
roll?
DC.
What's the roll for that? What's the roll for that?
channeling,
Alright, I'll
channeling,
try it.
disseminating
I don't
wind
think the characters. I don't
energy
think the characters have
I
the
think-
tools to harvest it anyway.
and crystallizing it into a weapon
Fire air shot.
as
and
it's
shit?
dispersing. That sounds
hyper-
mad
A
hard.
hyper
Oh.
air shot.
So the Pale Lady's Ophelia going up there, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you go up there,
Right.
there is a whooshing pillar of air dominating the northeast half of this rectangular room, which is the pillar that you're rising up in. Opposite the pillar, up a set of 3 short stairs, rests a white marble sarcophagus that's that's identical to the one in the room with the colored lanterns far below, complete with a sculpted
We're back.
Jinn figure
Yeah.
carved into the lid.
Mm.
This appears to be the true
corner.
tomb of the one that has been
Oh,
laid
so it
here
looks
to
like
rest.
So it looks like the other room.
It was just
Oh my.
was the false tomb. It was just
So Pale
Uh,
Lady turns to
a
Sophia and goes,
beautifully
all that constant racket about opening the casket, it was false all along.
a beautifully
So it appears. This seems to be the true tomb. Let's call the rest of the party up here.
a
Not
beautifully
yet.
carved.
Remember,
I know,
there were
uh,
traps before. We haven't fully explored this place.
All right, I'm going to finish the descriptive test. A beautifully carved bas relief on the wall near the sarcophagus depicts the same figure as a bald androgynous warrior wearing a simple ancient garment and wielding a mighty longsword. To the warrior's left stands a cloaked demonic figure with 2 long curved horns tipped in darkest red. The horned figure holds a device composed of a handle and small loop, seemingly using it to control a globe of absolute blackness about 2 feet in diameter. This globe apparently touches the bald warrior, who raises his arms in surprise. The warrior is depicted as if fading from sight. A slim diadem upon his brow bears an elaborate ovular glyph identical to the one carved upon an amulet worn by the figure that was on the sarcophagus lid.
Are you just pausing or are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
So the figure, the shadowy figure that used this ball of black to destroy this other thing, was wearing a silver diadem on his forehead.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
can a Pale Lady roll a knowledge planes on the demonic figure?
Yeah.
Nice. So the Pale Lady goes up to that statue and you see like the butt of her basically like tilting to the side, trying to see it from every angle. And what information does she know?
Your voice is mad muffled.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, yeah, okay. I think I think your
Okay.
mic just has to be
I-
close. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. So yeah, you see her torso or like the bust of like her torso kind of tilt to the side as he analyzes the statue or the figure rather. Um and what does her examination yield?
That
At 21 total.
appears to be a great Efreet leader of an army of Efrits.
So she turns to Sophia and she goes, "This one, the Afriti leader, the one who put the one entombed in this particular state. It seems like in this case, the hero did not succeed.
Nonetheless, he had his
Mm.
warrior's death. He fought honorably and died in honor.
That black orb, that sphere, what is it?
Arcana check.
What magic is that?
Do not know. Sophia like reaches down.
If you guys have an Arcana,
We're going to,
yeah, you can.
We're
Sophia
going
doesn't have knowledge arcana, because that's what
Sophia goes down like, Luna, we're going to need your expertise up here.
She goes up.
The coast is clear for now. And then
Goes
she
up.
starts walking. She does have knowledge arcana, but she rather aid another on Luna. That
Okay.
will probably yield a better result.
Mm. I'm good.
So what do I add to that?
Roll your knowledge Arcana bonus.
nice.
You recognize.
did aid another.
You
What was the DC for aid another? I forgot. For knowledge checks?
10.
All right, so she got a 12. So that's another +2 bonus that Luna got.
Luna recognizes. It has full reason to believe that the globe of absolute blackness is a representation of a very powerful magical device that can be controlled by a specially made talisman. It is a magical construct known as the Sphere of Annihilation. Those struck by the sphere are torn apart, completely disintegrating and being sucked into it.
Shit.
Sounds like dangerous magic.
So she relays that. This
Yeah.
is nothing to mess around with.
Sophia
The
like
sphere
replies.
of annihilation.
Sense motive.
Sophia agrees. Like, I agree. Such dangerous magic are not meant to be out in the open,
Oh.
where it could cause so much havoc and destruction.
It is not out in the open, Sophia. In order to even know of this, we had to defeat two, not one, but two beings not of this plane of existence. Not to mention, we had to return here. We could not go through this entire place in one sitting. It was well guarded, and rightfully so. This kind of power does not belong in the hands of normal meatbags. But it is quite beautiful.
What was the last part? I didn't get it. It was like a little.
Do you?
It was quite beautiful.
It doesn't. It belongs to no one. This shouldn't be here in the first place. It's too dangerous. For any creature, mortal or not.
It is not here. This is not the actual thing. Is it just an illustration?
Sophia walks closer to the tomb.
You walk closer to the tomb, to the sarcophagus. As you get to the top step, you Alright, as you get to the, you notice that the sarcophagus is completely sealed, exhibiting not even a seam under the lid. For all appearances, it appears to be a solid block of marble. And as you get to the top stair,
Okay.
the bas-relief sculpture animates, and the warrior, the general warrior Jin that it represents, looks directly into Sevilia's eyes
Oh shit.
So again, ladies and gentlemen.
and says,
Says, ladies and gentlemen.
and it speaks in a way where she can understand it. So there's like no specific language. It seems to be a magical way of communication.
Chance.
And it
Fuck.
says, "Speak my name."
Whoa.
Sophia pauses.
Can we save our file right here?
Alright. Alright.
Sophia,
Alright.
Sophia pauses and
Can he use a lifeline?
I played enough RPGs to know we about
Can
to
you
do
use the
something
lifeline?
irreversible.
Can we use a lifeline?
so
We
so
saved our file. No, I didn't put all this work in for nothing.
so
Excuse me, but damn.
Sophia pauses and looks up and starts to ponder. Well, there is two names that we came across before. She's thinking to herself in a thought, Icasio was one. Was there another name? She tries to see if she recollects what was the other name that they encountered before.
Yeah, I typed it out.
The-
'Cause
The pale ladies.
I remember
Thank you.
somebody.
During,
I remember somebody
Yeah,
had
and then and
identified
then
it.
and then in her mind, she could picture the wolves, just as the other party members, like Luna described. She could visualize the description of what Icasio used to look like, and also Socio. So she tries to differentiate this general to see which of those two names was he.
She sees.
The pale lady
she
kind of
sees-
scuttles
well,
over
she
towards
sees, hold up.
Sophia
She,
during her
Sophia,
hesitation.
Sophia sees the. She could see the glyph of the sarcophagus and the not the glyph. She could. Is it the glyph? The glyph might be there too. She knows the sarcophagus looked exactly like the one in the lantern chamber, and that was the one that had Zosio as the glyph.
All right. She looks forward and says out loud, Socio.
The image fades back into the wall. The chamber grows still, and then in a few moments, there's a sudden bright blue light that shines around the lid of the sarcophagus, showing that now there are seams to be able to lift it open.
You see Sophia glee. Looks like we
Let
saw
me
the
check for
puzzle.
traps. Let
So
me check for traps.
the pale lady looks over
Check
at
for traps.
cuddles over to where
Lucian's
Sophia
like,
is.
wait, let me check for traps.
The pale lady scuttles over to Sophia and crosses her tentacles again.
Lucian, you find no
And
traps.
says,
No mechanical ones
hypocrisy
anyway.
amongst you.
What was that? What the call lady said? I didn't hear.
Says such hypocrisy amongst you. Originally, I wanted to open the casket. The fake one, but still open it nonetheless. And here you are, doing the same thing. Admit it, Sophia. You
Sophia,
long to know.
Sophia looks at the pale
She
lady.
got
puzzled.
invited though.
She exactly.
Definitely.
It looks like you must be blind. we were invited, asked for. The warrior guarding this tomb asked for his name. I figure it out. So that is their intent. Had the warrior guarding this tomb stated, "Leave here at once," I would have done so. That's the difference. You meant to defile the tomb below. But listen, I'm not stopping you. If you want to go on ahead and open the other tomb, I'm not sure Ralph will agree with that, though. By all means, I'm not going to stop you.
It is a false one. I only want to be the truth.
So, Pale Lady, if you please, you look a little stronger than I am. If you please do the honors and lift the tomb, I would greatly appreciate it.
She moves forward and goes, I do not do this for honors. I don't know what that is. It is for curiosity.
She does help the Pale Lady to like lift it up. Is everyone else up there also, or they didn't go up? Because I know that Sophia gave the green light.
Yeah, I mean, if you, yeah, I'm pretty sure you responded back to
If
it.
she said Luna to come
seemingly
up,
safe.
if she said Luna to come up, that basically is like, okay, everybody come up.
All right.
She wouldn't put Luna in danger.
Adler stays down there. He's really fixated on those paintings.
Yeah, Adler is like archaeologist.
Mhm.
All right, so does the lid come off, Lewis?
Joe's
It comes off pretty easily for your character. There wasn't much, she didn't have to put a lot of effort into that. And it reveals the contents, which appears to be just a slight silver diadem inscribed
What
with
is that diamond? What does that mean?
Circlet.
It's
yeah, it's like a kind of
the thing
kind
that
of
the dude
circle.
wore on his head.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like a crown.
kind of like a
crown.
circlet kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um,
like
Yeah,
smaller than
okay.
a crown.
Slight
okay.
silver diadem inscribed with the personal glyph of Zosiel.
so
It
what
also
would have happened if I put the wrong name?
there also appears to
Those
be
shit.
two long, slightly curved black horns with red tips. And there's a pewter box inscribed with a pewter box that's inscribed with writhing letter forms. A
Detect magic.
a linguistics. You could make a linguistics check.
Got you there, got you. Linguistics.
And Luna does. She begins casting the detect for magic auras. There's an aura on the. There's an
Magic
aura
priest.
on the diadem. A moderate aura of transmutation.
We still level 2, right?
Transmutation?
We still level 2, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Making sure. All right.
Yeah, we're still level 2. Yeah.
Roll a linguistics check real quick.
Yeah.
You're not really sure of anybody else trained in linguistics. Sophia doesn't know.
Adler is.
But he's down below, isn't he? Or did he come up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, he's down below.
You're not sure what the writing
Like a
is.
linguistics, yeah.
But
My
Luna
linguistics check.
probably knows.
oh, you trained in it?
Luna knows.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does. Oh, okay.
Ranking it.
Oh, Luna
Nice.
takes a look at it, and she recognizes it as Ignan, the language of the elementals of fire,
Mm.
and everything and every native of the plane of fire.
Mhm.
The
Seems like we're getting somewhere. Starting to see a trend.
so the pewter box
gonna-
has
I'm gonna call Luna.
melted metal that keeps the box sealed. Yeah, it's melted
Luna's
metal that
free.
keeps the box sealed,
Oh.
but you can try to it looks like a decent application of force could snap off the top if you open it.
Plates. that the language is in Ignan, and then she also relates that there are some of the items that have magical auras on them, which she will proceed to attempt to decipher them.
Ignan.
Yeah, there. Oh well, yeah, melted metal.
If that was the language of the Ifrit, and the Ifrit was the one who defeated or rather, the Jin warrior, this is but his tomb. Why would the victor place a gift inside of the tomb of the fallen?
I'd say it's less than an inch of metal. All right, so you can detect magic through the metal box. Roll a spellcraft.
I got a 17 for I think a transmutation aura.
Can Sophia aid another spellcraft, Lewis, or no?
Alright.
No, not with detect magic.
Okay.
These are my spellcraft rolls.
The 17 and the 16.
Yeah, that was for the first one was for the transmutation, and then the second one for I can't remember what the second one was.
The 16. Well, because there is inside the pewter box there is an aura, and in fact, it radiates a strong aura. Although you're not sure what school of magic of aura is.
Yeah, we're
that
opening that box
permeating.
up. So Sophia's gonna open that box up, see what that was.
It snaps off. The top snaps off.
Everybody gets blown up. 10 them.
Inside is a long handle attached to an adamantine loop.
So
Hmm.
that would be so we've had 3 items that I can do spellcraft to, correct?
Yeah, to work, Luna. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Enlighten
so that's
us.
3.
Do that
Here's the
research.
third.
So I'm doing a disable device.
Now we
Yes.
haven't
Huh?
detected no traps yet.
No, yeah, there was no traps.
Perception.
No, your character had time to check everything over. There was no traps. You could just take 20.
Those are my perception check perception spellcraft. The 17, 16, and 17. For all the auras.
17. Oh, so 17 was where the spellcraft began. 17, 16. 17 was the diadem. It was moderate transmutation. And then the 16, she could sense a strong aura, but not sure what the school is, and there wasn't a third aura. It was just 2 auras.
Attempt the roll again.
Huh?
Can I attempt the roll? Could I take an 8 on
No.
this?
I mean, yeah. But you would have gotten a 17 anyway. Or no, you would have gotten a 17. But yeah, you could have taken 8.
I don't.
Yeah. So these are the 2 items in here that are that have auras on them, and as Sophia remembers from what Elgita says, bring them back.
Yes.
So we can inspect it.
All right.
Flames the first aura, and then she looks really frustrated about the second one.
Mission
She goes-
accomplished.
She goes, "This aura is so big, but I can't wrap my head around it. I need more time, but we don't have
Well-
more time, do we?"
We could bring it back to Lady
Do
H.
not, do not worry. When we go below, simply hand it over to Adler. Maybe he'll be interested enough to tell us. He didn't seem interested enough to come up here. Although I did relate to him mentally that they are something great that we found up here. He's fixated on those silly drawings on the wall.
I shall do that. Good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that then. So Sophia's gonna secure all that.
Who has knowledge
And,
history?
I think I do.
I would roll one if she had seen the bas reliefs.
Yeah. The history, but I'm the knowledge buff. Let's go.
No, that's my little nerd right there.
I'm about
This
to
is
take
my little
knowledge.
nerd.
I'm about to take knowledge religion next level. Yo.
That was my little nerd. Sound like a
Dude,
proud
no.
parent.
Luna.
AKA Google.
Alright,
AKA Google. Google search.
Luna. You had done a lot of reading. Once you caught glimpses and studied the area the first time you came to the Whispering Cairn, you had enough information so that when you had gone and accessed, the knowledge and the library of the Mystic Fire Knights and elsewhere in Daggerford, you now understand the history of the cairn and its purpose, and what had led to its creation. Especially with these bas reliefs having filled in the rest of the blanks that you still had. So it was many thousands of years ago, long before even the rise of human civilization in these parts, or even to there's a land to the south of the farthest end of the Sword Coast. The land is currently known as Kalimshan, but back then it was known as Koramshan. And before human civilization was even in those parts, there were actually two ancient powers that struggled to determine who would rule those lands. In those times, the beginnings of that nation, coming from another world, from beyond, well, not another world, but coming from the plains beyond, and choosing to settle along with their mostly human and even halfling slaves, were two genie kinds. Although there are reports and history of all four of them having had a presence in Karamshan, the two that had the most influence and the most territory and the most and the biggest kingdoms were the Jinn and the Ifrit. And they try their best to coexist, with the Ifrit having one area and the Jinn having another part, but for hundreds of years there was just too many clashes and wars going on between the two. The Jinn, there was a group of Jinn known as the Windukes of Kalim, and they were genie generals of the Kalim Empire. Their ancient foes were the armies of Memnonar, led by the great Ifrit general Memnon, who was in service to Kasuf, the elemental lord and god of fire. In the era of Skyfire that had ended thousands of years ago, and the destruction of both genie-led empires, and the creation of the Kalim Desert, I read that wrong. there was an era known as the era of Skyfire during that time, and that it had ended thousands of years ago. And at the end of it, it had caused the destruction of both of the genie-led empires, and the Kalim Desert that is in the nation of Kalimshan is the result of that destruction. The scepter of Kalim was a symbol of the Jin's sovereignty in the land south of what is now the river Aegis, until it was shattered by the elven high mages of Keltormir, and it is now known as the Shattered Scepter of Kalim, broken into 7 parts. The Jin buried their dead in the cold, unclaimed lands of northern Faerun, far beyond the grasp of Memnon's tomb-raiding legions. So in the depiction of the bas-reliefs, you were able to see that so you were able to deduce that the circles in the sky of the first image represented regions claimed by the ancient Wind Dukes of Kalim, and that the image that depicted a towering Jin figure was Icosio, who had stood over a legion of Jin warriors. And the central warrior bears the glyph of Zosio, and with each figure also bearing the glyph of a distinct Wind Duke of Kalim. And it was these 7 proud noble Wind Dukes that had the scepter and presented it to a council of superior Jin, noble Jin. And then when things came to a head between the Jin and the forces of Memnon, it appears Memnon had destroyed with a sphere of annihilation Zostil. So yeah, she was able to now. So she's able to
Makes sense
recall
of the story now.
recall all that, make sense of the story, and make sense of why a tomb to extraplanar beings such as the Jin was even located in this area of the world.
She has the biggest brain blast, and she just starts rambling history, like walking back and forth, trying to connect dots, and she's just like saying stuff to get you guys to understand.
And
then, like,
it makes sense now why finding the magic that's stored here and making sure it's safe makes sense.
Right.
Indeed, ancient, powerful magic, and it is possible that because she's aware that first looks can be deceiving sometimes when it comes to magic items. There are great artifacts that won't even display an aura at all in order to stay hidden from would-be magical thieves, and that some items may not entirely appear may not entirely appear at face value what they could be. Like a magic item could say, oh, it'll do this for you, but there's a possibility it has other latent magic that that isn't detected or isn't available because either a special ritual needs to be done or a special requirement or a certain maybe a certain particular figure has to wear it in order for it to awaken, whatever the case may be. When it comes to magic, it can get pretty fucking complicated. So yeah, so you have the silver diadem, and then you got this other item
Which
inside of the box
this
that
So what of the scepter then?
was it the scepter that triggered the knowledge history? What item specifically like triggered this like history? Was it the
Didn't I
knowledge-
take? I took a bunch of stuff.
for the history check. When she was looking at the bas reliefs,
Oh, the bas relief? Okay, good. All right.
and then when she saw this, when she saw the tomb, like it was all together.
Everything. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
it was one particular item. So everything. Okay, good.
Can she deduce if the scepter is important to this stuff as well?
The diadem might be connected to it. There's a possibility.
We'll have Lady Elgit review, take a look.
So she stops and she goes, "There's a scepter. We don't know where the scepter is, but it might be important to what we found here. So, yeah, it's imperative that we get this stuff back so we can figure it out because it's possible that that scepter might be just as valuable and important as to what we found here."
We'll
And
report
just
back
her,
to Commander Elgit.
yeah. And just
Be
to,
able to further elaborate, further
yeah.
provide information regarding these.
And just to reiterate the
Yeah.
second item again was it just looks like a long handle attached to an adamantine loop.
So is that possible to be the
Is that the scepter?
No, that's the
That's
thing
the
that
one.
was.
That's the one that has a strong magic aura on it.
Well, yeah,
don't-
which I
yeah,
couldn't deduce.
Yeah, couldn't deduce.
That's
what-
That's the thing that he
But-
used
but-
that
but
had the
potentially-
sphere of annihilation thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That could potentially be dangerous. So we're securing that. We're taking that to the Mystic Fire Knights headquarters. Have them take a look at that or determine what's that.
All right. Anything else?
Check
Yes,
gives
so-
the
So Fila tells the rest of the group. So guys, before we leave, how about we go check out those that room we didn't get to check out before, where the pyramids are at.
Where the what is that?
Beetles
The
are at.
Oh,
We didn't
the
get to check out
swarms?
The swarms.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought we did that already.
No.
No, we didn't.
Hmm.
No, we didn't. Is I
Oh,
understand.
oh, I want to
We're all
change.
tired, but-
I need to change the magic missile one. Change it to burning hands.
Come on.
Oh, boo.
That's messed up.
Well, no, because
Ooh.
because you requested something to help deal with the. With
Yeah,
the-
magic
Hey,
missiles
and-
on
and
swarms.
you gave us-
it doesn't.
and you
The
gave us
magic missile does.
missile.
Magic missile doesn't work on swarms.
The area effect of
I thought you said
Yeah,
it.
I thought it. I would. Well, because I was looking around
He
at
was
first
trying to
level
give us
spell.
the least valuable thing possible. You know how
What?
Lewis
No,
was.
magic missile's
And-
fucking
Magic
valuable.
missiles
Oh,
and
he's
magic
got
missiles
one,
and burning hands are.
And it's a
level,
and it was a 5th level fucking caster level. That was 3 magic
So
missiles.
it's still
Shit.
wait, it's still the same caster level though? Caster level 5?
Still, yeah,
caster
yeah,
level
yeah. So
5?
5d4,
Yeah, I
five,
see why
that's
yeah,
changed.
5d4
That's
fire
pretty
damage. Yeah,
Well, I'll take that.
Who
cheat
has
my
the
ass. That's
highest
a
UMD?
cheat my ass. That's
Well,
the best
It has
burning
to-
hands
it has to be
fucking wand.
superior because it has a short range, and if we have one of the spell caster gets too close, we get eaten up.
Lewis is like, homie, cheat one more
You got
goddamn
the
time.
HP.
Burning.
Don't worry,
Alright.
man.
I thought somebody had
Wait,
burning
let me
hands on their. I thought Witch did. That could be wrong.
Spell list?
I thought witches don't have it on their spell list.
I wouldn't imagine why. That shit is pure
No, we
evocation.
do
with
have
nothing
burning
to do.
hands. I just don't
You
have it.
do? That's so weird.
Yes, he said he has it. He said he does.
Why would
No,
I even
But,
take that spell though?
but he don't have.
Well,
he
I
doesn't
noticed.
know it.
I noticed when
No, I'm
witches,
not.
I know when
We're not.
witches
I'm not
do
asking that. I'm
have
only
an
asking if it's on the
evocation.
spell
Yeah,
list
It's
because
like
that means you don't need
Oh, if it's
to.
in the
do
spell list, that means
UMD.
that you could use it without having to do
yeah,
UMD.
she
will-
just needs to say the
But
command word. She's fine. She
so,
can use it.
so Felix not gonna have Luna getting point blank range to a freaking swamp. That's
Well,
not
now if I know burning gaze,
no, you're gonna freaking get killed. It's not gonna happen. Because it has like short range, right? It's like within 10,
It's
5
fif-
foot.
It's shorter than that. It's 15 feet.
It's got a
That's
15
specifically.
foot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not taking that risk. All right. So let's unless anyone wants to cop out, let's go freaking exterminate some swarms.
He should be able to wipe them all out with that if he
With
rolls high enough.
5d4, and the swarms take 50% extra. Like it's an auto kill if you
Yeah.
get it off.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's
We-
go down there and exterminate some swarms.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We
Let's
just
go.
have
Let's
to
go.
take out the. We just have to take out the beetle, and then
There's nothing else worthy of note in this area, right?
that was the only place that I remember.
Kind of roll perception to look for anything worth it. Okay.
Roll what?
All right.
Should we do it to check around? I don't know.
Lewis, she passed her UMD.
Sophia goes into the room. On
Hey, work, good boy.
Magic Knight. She can finally be a Magic Knight. On and sword.
Sophia
Oh,
steps
nice.
into. Okay, so I'll describe this room again. You guys went back downstairs, back down that elevator, and back to that room with the. It was a room that had the north and south walls taper in somewhat, and then in the nook of the far eastern wall rests a wide stone basin backed by a 5-foot tall shelf. And there's a hardened orange paste that spills out over the 2-foot basin lip and covers much of the shelf. There were thousands of those tiny little acid beetles with bright blue carapaces skitter and tunnel through the chalky substance.
16 damage, Lewis.
A keening insect chorus fills the room. A huge organic mass completely fills the room's southwest corner. Judging by the beetles spilling from within, it appears to be an enormous nest. And Sophia goes in there, and as the beetles were ready to come and swarm, she forces out the magic of the wand, says the command word, and
Plus
deals
50%.
4, 4, 8, 8, 8, 10, 13, and
22.
13.
13 plus.
So half of
What is
half of.
plus 1.5?
I don't know why that's in there. 13.
What is
half of
plus
13 is
1.5,
I was trying
bro?
to. I was trying to add 50%. but I think
well,
I'm
19
wrong.
fire
Wrong.
damage.
You're hilarious, bro.
That damage easily annihilates and burns to a crisp, like almost the entire swarm. Everything what's left over, the beetle skitters and runs off. And you also catch.
Payback, swarms.
You
Payback.
also catch
Alright.
you also catch the lump, that massive lump that was in that corner was actually another giant bombardier beetle.
Oh,
And
okay.
that
The one that attacked
the,
us in the other room, right?
it was basically the
Copper
cow,
beetle.
the cow of the colony. Also lights up and burns and screams and squeals and little insects scream as
Beautiful.
it's burning
Beautiful.
apart.
I'm gonna take that language.
We came prepared this time.
How could you hear?
Finally, your characters are able
I
to
have a
like
wife and kids.
look over this room.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I hope it was worth it.
And
In a
you're
charge.
able to finally, start to identify what this orange sludge is all about. You come to find out that both this room and that other room that had the orange sludge, it's actually some kind of there's a continuous form of magic that's produced the sludge, and it's actually just a strange edible substance. It's food. That's even nutritious and to anybody who wants to eat it, not just bugs. It used to. It looked. It appeared that the magic of the Jinn had created these basins to provide an everlasting amount of food for whoever was working on these tombs.
Hmm. I'm gonna scoop some up and put some
That
in my
makes
pack.
sense.
That's smart.
That's crazy, but
Uh,
okay.
You also notice the
pretty
presence of 3 oblong lumps completely covered with the orange sludge. Not enemies, um, but instead you find that they are the skeletonized remains of 3 long dead human figures in soiled red leather armor with the 8-pointed star symbol marking the
Seeker.
left breast of the more seeker corpses. More seeker corpses.
They fail.
Anything salvageable on them?
There
Yeah,
is
what's
Wonderful.
3. One of these seeker corpses actually has 3
No
potions.
rings?
Has 3 potions on it.
Mm,
Mm?
give it here, bitch.
That's what we're talking. That's what we're talking about.
And
Give it here.
another one appears to have a pearl that radiates magic.
Mm?
Oh, bitch.
Y'all guys wanted to leave without checking this room out.
And the
Pearl,
third,
magic,
the
more
third,
items.
the third one,
Take 8 on it.
was the
One
ruined.
of-
Was
one of
actually Lucian had found this in the ruined remains of the nest. Turned up a mummified human hand that's wearing a ring with a magic aura on it.
I'll take 8 on that too.
Do it.
Wow.
You guys are like, I'm glad we came back to loot. Holy shit!
Right?
Right?
Encyclopedia for being ever curious. Left no room.
I
Was that
honestly,
a, was that a hand of glory? Already?
I honestly thought you guys were like just gonna be like, oh, we're done. Fuck the rest of this shit. But
Fuck that shit.
these motherfuckers was like, nah, we got some treasure.
That's Sophia. She's an adventurer. She's all about like exploring everything.
Hey,
No
man,
rules,
we
no
got the loot, though. We got some.
It was worth it.
It was absolutely.
All right, so if that's it, then we can add it to our pool. Someone log it, and let's go back home.
Too bad Sophia got to return this one back. This one was freaking godlike.
I
You have to use
took
it once at
8
least.
on
Have we
all
stripped the
knowledge
armor?
checks.
I want all the armor. Take it.
Took
Take
8.
it all.
What's the
Let's sell it
total
all.
bonus when you take 8?
8 and my bonus is +9.
So 17. So so taking 8, the most you'll identify as any. The
Can he
most
be aided?
the most you'll
No,
identify
I-
is if the caster level of the item
Oh, you could
is
probably hate him. Don't you have to take magic and stolen?
is
Yeah.
less is second level or less.
Rock could probably hate him.
Oh, you don't have detect magic?
Paladin don't got spells until like level 4.
I
You
keep
forgot?
forgetting, dude. I
Oh,
keep
level
thinking
five,
paladin
actually.
spells. All
We
right,
don't-
so
Paladins don't really get a lot of spells. But they're very good spells, though. They make up for it.
Hold on, let me double check. TC 15 plus half caster level for a. Okay, so up to for a non-spell. So if the magic item is caster level 4th or less, taking 8 will be an automatic pass. I think what sucks with the taking 8 is should the item's caster level be higher than 4th, it would have been better off to have just rolled.
right.
So is it higher than 4?
I can aid on those rolls, right, Lewis?
Uh,
Since I have detect magic.
You wouldn't know unless you
You
actually.
got spellcraft?
Rolled.
Oh, spellcraft. Said?
No.
Taking 8.
If it's
so wait,
spellcraft, I can.
So taking 8 on the potions. It's if there is a spell, if there's a specific spell involved, then it's the spell. It's 15 plus the spell level, so it would be anything second level or less. So we'll do this with the potions. The potions, you were able to detect a school of conjuration on all 3 potions.
Probably healing.
Okay. Can
School of
I take...
School of Conjuration, which is typical, which is a very common aura to find on healing potions.
I will do that spellcraft.
And then you have the
Training. You gotta be brewing potions soon, so
Yeah.
you gotta learn how to be able to. You should be able to detect what they are.
and then
Yeah.
there's
I get craft alchemy my next level. I mean, yeah, craft alchemy my next level.
I have
The
2
weapon
levels
is
in
out
that.
here inspiring niggas. So
I
I'm
have
telling you.
I have 2 levels in
um
that right now.
and then
Can
there's
you want me to check?
and then there's the pearl and the ring,
You heard?
huh?
And I said I have 2 levels in craft alchemy right now. If you want me to check?
Well, that could be a good aiding for.
Right.
Ah,
I have
The
2 levels in
spellcraft.
it.
the spell.
Oh, craft
So you
alchemy helps on potions.
so
I didn't know that.
you
Oh, I didn't know that either. That's actually cool.
Yeah.
craft alchemy. Oh, for potions? Not unless
Magic potions.
you took the master artisan. You don't need that for making potions. Magic potions, that is. You need brew potion, and you gotta be a spellcaster to make potions. The only way to make potions, as I think, as a non-caster, I think there's a feat
And
called
then-
Master Craftsman, and you take
Yeah,
that.
and then you-
You got to take
and
that,
so-
and then you got to take brew potion, and then you got to make sure you have ranks in craft alchemy, and you can use that to make potions without needing to be a spellcaster.
Wow.
You can use that same feat also to get other magic crafting feat. Like let's say
Yeah,
magic
yeah.
arms
I mean, there's ways for not. There's
and
that's
then you have to skill up like
that's the only way for a
skill
non-caster to make
armor.
magic items. It's a
Right.
feat. It's a feat
Right.
cost. It's
Uh,
definitely a feat cost. They want the
2
magic
feats-
item.
2 feet cost. Yeah, 2
They
feet
want-
cost
yeah.
plus skills.
They want the magic item shit
It's
to
a
be
lot
left
of
to the
money because you gotta
spellcasters.
know the spells too. It's like increase the DC by 5 if you don't have the spell.
If you don't have them, the DC, the DC. That's why you better
Yes,
have.
yeah,
That's why if
and
you're.
non-spellcast
That's why if
don't
you're.
know
Yeah,
spells.
that's
It's
why if you're a
+5.
non-caster, you better have that the
It's
the
hard.
What was
craft
the
maxed out.
what was the ring? Did we find out what the ring was?
I don't know. Is he's rolling for it or?
I'll take
Roll for the
I'll,
ring, potion, and pearl. I think those were the 3 things we
I'll
found.
take 8 on all of those.
On every single. Okay.
Yeah. And then if I need to roll spellcraft, I'll roll them.
I think you can roll higher
Well,
than 8.
when you do detect magic, you're either gonna take it or you're gonna roll. You can't do both. Whichever one you choose is the final number. Like you can't re-roll a spellcraft on a detect magic. It's either you know it or you don't.
I'm gonna take 8.
All right, let me check the. I just want to double check the caster level to this. I take both items. Actually, what am I doing? Pearl. The pearl. Really? Why? Okay. That's what's typical.
I just realized Luce didn't give us our 3rd level sheets.
No.
Yeah, so
Downtime has not
Oh.
arrived. Wait. No, yeah,
Mm.
downtime. Yeah, downtime has not arrived.
I mean, it's just inconsistent with what you do on Tuesday, so whatever.
How did you get your? Why would I give 3rd level sheets? You didn't even get the XP for it until just now.
No, I'm saying on Tuesdays you already gave
Oh,
us our second level
oh,
sheets
you meant to.
on
Oh,
for our Tuesday
you
group.
meant
So
you.
I'm thinking like we could
Oh,
still have it. We not that we'd be using it.
I was like confused there. Okay, I thought I did send them. I just gotta send them all then. Half spell level. Ah. Okay, you detect a strong aura on the pearl, but you don't know what school of magic it is. As for the ring, I think it's the same might be the same situation. My guy's like, I love.
Well, I'll do that. I'll be right back.
My guy's like, I love rolling them 8s. 8s feel good.
I would have rolled though. 'Cause you have a 60% chance of getting higher
I'm
than
rolling low tonight. I didn't
I'm
want to
a-
risk it.
I'm a numbers person.
You roll lower than an 8?
Right.
I won on
But you got a
Ralph's
60,
reflex save.
but you got a 60% chance, not 50, 60% chance of rolling higher than an 8. I would have taken those odds. I'll roll. Well, I'm not gonna roll.
Future
I roll
reference.
2 and 4s. I roll 2s and 4s. You don't want
We'll find out what this shit is.
Also, don't forget some
Twos
items.
and fours.
Don't forget.
We're about to go to downtime soon, so we're gonna find out.
Don't
what
forget
it is.
some items might be self-identifying that in it, and to figure out if an item is self-identifying.
You taste it.
You take the item and you concentrate on it for a whole minute. Or if you want it to be faster than that, you can make a spellcraft check, but your characters don't, you got time.
The town, and then we'll examine it there.
The ring.
What are you doing that right
Okay, the ring is a faint transmutation. And I mean, I'm gonna assume your characters check, for self-identification. They both
Yeah.
are self-identifying. As you are given insight from the magic of these items as to their purpose. It is a Pearl of Power, first level spells,
Nice.
and a Ring of Feather Falling,
now? Use that.
where if you fall, the
Nice.
ring activates and you will float down.
No more
Gently.
falling damage.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much. No
who wants to
falling
go
damage.
jump off of that? Who wants to go jump off of that 60-foot ledge? Did we check
I'll
down
do
there?
it.
There might be loot down there.
I'll do it.
Not.
No, you can't. There might be loot. From what visually, you can't see anything. It just looks like an empty,
Yeah.
rocky basin in that pit.
Because if you jump down there, how the fuck you gonna get back up?
Rope.
Right. I can't fly up, right?
Rope.
We don't have rope.
Rope.
Sophia does. She's always prepared for adventure.
We got
Pale
enough
Large-
rope to get to the bottom of the hole.
And Lord, we'll do like a little human ladder.
We-
Large
We
person.
got enough rope to get to the bottom
Hell
of the
lady,
No, no, no.
Sophia. That's like 30 feet right there. Just climb.
Literally, that like Pale Lady could just go down, jump down there,
Yes,
and then get
doesn't she got climb
resummoned to the top.
That there you go.
I just summon her back at the top.
They even better.
He said, I'll dismiss her and call her back a minute later.
Yes,
Hey,
Yeah, we're not in a time crunch. We can wait that minute or 10 minutes, however long it takes her to bring her back.
You can equip her with items, right?
yeah, I know, but I would have to share the slot with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, I was reading up on it. I'm like, I could have swore they could wear magic, and it was like, yeah, they could, but they gotta. I remember when they play tested the fucking because Paizo put out play tests for these classes, and people were cheesing the fuck out of the damn. They came back real quick with the fixes. They were like, all right,
Pearl of Power?
you can wear the items, but
Pearl
you
of
share the
Power.
same slot. A Pearl of Power, first level spells. What it does is as long as you have it on you, you can prepare an extra first level. No, I'm sorry, not prepare. You
No,
can
no.
recall a first level
There we
spell
go.
you had just casted, like anytime,
Right,
any
clearly.
time during that day.
An oldie but
Gotcha.
goodie.
So
So I'm gonna claim that.
it's just prepared spells, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
prepared
yeah.
spells.
So yeah, the
Prepared
only
spells.
so the only person here that it's useful for is Luna. So pretty much, whatever spell whatever first level spell you had casted that in a day, you can use the pearl to recall it back.
Get on out of here.
All right.
And then there's the ring of feather falling.
Anybody want that ring? If
And then
not,
the-
I'll take
And then the potions, right? And then the potions.
The potions
Process.
are all three
Oh,
are
there's the-
cure light wounds potions.
oh, nice. Cure light wounds.
We got a few cure light wounds in here.
Yeah.
We got a cure light, cure moderate.
You know, all these stuff would have been helpful for some of these other battles we were having.
For real.
All right.
So
The ring of
Pearl Power.
the ring of Featherfall. I know that Sophia took falling damage before, and then the potions looking like Roth. Like could have definitely used that potion.
There are 4
Relax,
cure light
man.
wounds, 1 cure moderate, gentle repulse, false light.
I'm still
full touch,
walking.
chill touch, inflect
Yeah.
light wounds, and
Fair
inflect
enough.
minor
That one
wounds.
now,
And
though.
oil.
Walk that one.
There's an oil of mage armor here.
Oh, wow.
Lewis, did we explore every room here?
All
Or
right,
is there
so
any
we're
that
done,
we-
right?
Pretty-
Can we
pretty-
can
pretty
we
much.
get out of here?
All right,
Roth-
we
Let's get
explored
on out of
everything that we're
Roth
out.
is Roth.
Yeah,
you
let's
guys
get out.
notice Roth is looking moody and impatient as he, as he rushes your group.
I
For real though.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we left no.
You got what you got what you came for, though. You got what you came for.
Yeah, we got
Thanks,
we
thanks.
got what we came for. We almost left like at least 3
Okay.
GP behind.
High five to the
We're out.
scavengers.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's see. We're going back to Daggerford.
Back at the town,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Go back to
Got to
Daggerford.
report on this stuff.
Go back to Daggerford, and your characters are.
I'm gonna spend time fixing my gun, preparing
Yes,
myself.
sir.
So Felix going.
Oh yeah,
back
it
to,
broke on you on that one.
the Mystic Fire.
First-
Knight.
First
I
top.
don't know if any other
top
groups
up.
are going.
I went to the library, and that's what I was doing.
How embarrassed.
That's how I got my 3rd level.
My
Maybe-
first
Yeah,
creation.
yeah. I know. Yeah, the group did. You guys did post your 3rd level downtime.
That bitch is
Stuff.
about to come back cynical.
So we'll start with going to Algida. Sophia
Yes.
has the items in hand and brings it to her office.
Is the rest of the party going too, or
No.
just her?
I
I'll
went to the
go.
library.
I'll go with you.
Alla goes with you,
I'll go with
Okay.
and Pale Lady as well.
What about Roth?
So you can turn in the items?
Yeah, are you coming with us too? Mystic Fire Knight headquarters.
Nah. Roth is gonna head to
Come
the,
on, join
the
group.
Temple of Kalembor.
Stop being an outsider. Come on, us. Let's all stick together.
Lewis.
Just think about how silly that looks. 6 niggas just going everywhere together. Come on.
Not to her.
Luna's discussions with the
Let's stick
Pale Lady
together.
got a little
What?
shaken.
It's
so
very
she goes to
common in the
library.
realms.
It is very
Alright.
common. Yeah. You don't want to be alone.
Everywhere,
You get murdered.
everywhere.
Event and
Yeah,
eventually
man.
turn
People
it
get
into fire?
assassinated. You get assassinated. in
I gotta go to the
man.
bathroom.
People stick together.
He said, "I gotta go to the bathroom."
I would've
So what?
Yo, even
What?
like
A fine recommendation. A fine.
yo, no, wait, hold on.
No one
Didn't
said
Claudius
everywhere,
no,
as
level-
in everywhere
level
where
12 wait,
where the party
Lewis,
has to
Lewis.
do business. What?
Lewis, remember level 12 Claudius or level 14? I forgot what he was. He had to go to a latrine because he ate something. He had to run the.
Oh yeah,
the
he got.
Mesor always, the
And he-
Mesor always with Claudius, the monk. God bless his soul. While Claudius trying to take a shit, they were trying to attack him. I think freaking Mesor was
This
there.
man-
You got your buddies there, man.
One time he went to
All
the
right,
bathroom.
let's continue.
That motherfucker
Let's go to
Claudius
Yeah,
the
what's up?
never went to the bathroom alone again.
That dude was never alone.
That motherfucker almost got assassinated.
That's hilarious.
Would have ended up looking like
Good times.
almost ended up looking
Can't
like
take a
Lord.
shit in peace. Holy shit.
Almost ended up like Lord Tywin.
Damn.
No way.
You got motherfucker.
Damn.
You got Metzor.
No way.
You got Metzor knocking on the
Got
outhouse. Yo, Claudius,
his
you still in
contingency
there?
plan.
Motherfucker opens that shit like, oh fuck.
Ugh.
Just lost our
I have
our
Claudius had
wizard.
the whole AKA Mestor. Ain't nobody fucking with him with Mestor.
Nah, Roth is Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
what's up?
separate. We got different orders of business. That's the priority of yours. You can take care of that. I trust in you.
Sounds good.
Luna go either. She goes to the library immediately.
Sounds good. I got diplomacy and all that shit.
So it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
Adler and so it's Adler, Sophia, and Lucian.
Adler does too.
And Pale Lady, don't leave her out.
Yep.
Are you guys just walking with?
Yeah.
Do you guys are just walking with the Eidolon like, right through the
Mhm.
gates?
Yeah.
Um.
Roll initiative.
Ah, shit.
I mean, it's causing
You know,
quite a stir.
Blood kisses to the ladies.
You know all those paladins are like casting detect evil right now. Is this shit evil? I'm about to freaking smite it.
It's causing quite a stir. In fact, you got a couple of
Mhm.
militia members that come right up and demand to know what's going on.
Pale Lady steps forth and be like,
You're like, hey,
move me bags, we're on official business.
Roll intimidation. Can I roll intimidation?
Oh, yeah.
On the guards.
Who's intimidating who?
If you want to threaten the guards.
I'm just saying.
What is happening?
Lucid is fucking bossing up on him. Like,
Y'all
I'm just
always
saying,
get
like-
weird. Y'all guys
Y'all
always
getting
seem to get
weird.
weird.
I like how
Whenever
y'all.
the session comes to an end, y'all get mad weird, bro. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
Hey, they started it. You know, maybe Lucid's not in a good mood right now.
So,
I'm just saying, back up.
No,
I just
wait,
said
I'm
that-
sorry. I don't mean say y'all. I mean you, nigga. You always do weird shit at the end of the session. What's going on?
Ooh.
I will roll
Who, me?
intimidate on these guys.
so Sophia, you got
First Adler. No, first Waylon.
you
not
got
Adler.
you got the pale lady menacingly.
First you blow up your own allies. Yeah, I can't.
You got the pale lady
Did
menacingly
you know what?
speaking
Did
to
you know
the
what he was
guards.
trying to do?
Can I DM? God, motherfucking.
Nah, I was talking
Alright.
about players. Did you know what he was trying to do, Matt? Did you ask him in character what he was trying to do? Did anybody ask Waylon what he was trying to do in character?
I don't want to talk about Tuesday right now.
Okay, then don't bring it up. Thanks.
I won't. You're right.
The pale
Alright,
lady.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
That's the only thing wrong with Discord, because I would mute every motherfucker interrupting me. I swear to God. Anyway,
Well, sometimes things need to be settled. They got settled, so we can move on.
You're right.
I'm not talking about in this instance. I've felt interrupted several times in these sessions.
Oh, my
Now,
bad.
anyway,
Sorry, Lou.
pale lady menacingly advances to the militia.
Nah, she didn't menacingly advance.
Whoa, what? For real?
And in the eyes of the militia, it looked menacing.
Okay. Okay. 'Cause I'm like, she wouldn't talk towards them.
You would think twice before asking.
And then you got
For
Lucian
real?
going, looking at the guards, going, "The fuck is your business here?" Like he starts intimidating them. So he's definitely putting on a menacing air. Sophia, what do you do in this situation?
So Phila sees the testosterone here, just like flaring. You know these
Both already split up, right?
these
the
roosters.
egos,
Look at
the
these-
egos.
this egos, these roosters eyeing each other out. The cheers goes like, you know, the clover seek like, all right, boys, settle down now. There's nothing here. We're all on the same side. And then she looks at the guard.
You're like, my charisma's better than both of y'all. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway.
Yeah, and she goes like, where is Commander of G? Is she around? She is expecting my
Elgita
visit.
of the Mystic Firehouse.
Yes, we seek audience. Respectfully.
They I think one of them is like, oh, you must be Sophia.
She nods.
All right. Well, we'll let you on about your business. We were concerned about, and they point their blades that are drawn towards.
She's mouth. Their value allies. Thanks to them, we've been successful in our mission that we were set upon.
You hear a sharp
Commander
scream
Elgita.
nearby, monster! And he's like,
everybody, calm down. Diplomacy, the entire
you hear a group of kids screaming, crying. They run off, and the militia guards is like, this is why we don't like having casters bringing around their summoned creatures. All right, well, make it quick, and if you can get rid of that, dismiss it. Whatever you casters like to do, whatever, you should go to a mage fair for this sort of thing. This is usually not accepted here in this town where we're trying to keep the peace.
Apparently he goes, move along, meatbag. I've already saved your life without you knowing it 100 times over. You owe me.
Lucia looks
guilty.
Louis,
Look over
time
at
out.
the pit.
Time out, Louis. Are these Mystic Fire Knight members, or
No, these are militia guards from the city itself. Like, they're city guards.
Oh, I was
Yeah, that's
confused. I
city,
thought
yeah.
we were like,
No,
I thought
you
we were
you
facing Mystic
no,
Fire
you
Knight.
didn't even get there yet because this motherfucker's
Oh,
walking
okay.
in with the goddamn Eidolon right through the gates, and everybody's like,
what she said is,
what the fuck?
What she said, she still would have said the same, so it still applies. She's not changing what she said.
All right, so I'll have it where, I mean, she's got the diplomacy for this, where you're basically calming people down as you're walking
Yes.
through. Like, she's constantly
Pretty
trying
much.
to fucking
She's being a
explain the
peacemaker.
situation.
Yes.
Luckily, thanks to your diplomatic talent
I
and
get an
skill,
extra
talent,
because I'm from this hometown.
thanks to your diplomatic talent and skill, plus the range of your leadership and charisma, you were able to capture the attention of the people more so than their fear of this unknown creature and this intimidating traveler who likes to shed his hockey all around wherever he walks.
I know, right?
Shed his hockey.
The pale lady
Intimidate
looks
everybody.
over to Sophia and says, thank you. It is good that you're getting them used to me. I am going nowhere.
Well, you're comrade in arm, a sister in arm, and I respect you for that.
Lucian's
You're
adding
very
a new
brave,
title.
just like the rest of them. So
Lucian's
she's doing
adding,
Actually,
she's doing diplomacy in her
right.
party also.
Lucian over here adding a new title to his
Including
archetype, the mysterious,
Oh.
deadly stranger. Oh, shit.
This guy be using like Emperor Hakuin. Trying to
Man
intimidate
walking around,
everybody.
he making sure he's mysterious and not to be fucked with.
Mhm.
So, you don't want to see him in the middle of the night. Psh, get shot.
Damn.
And then she looks over at Lucy and then
And then the bell tolls
Lucy
high noon.
nods. Thank
Let me
you.
stop.
Lucia nods over at the pet
It's
lady and says,
high
I
noon.
kind of wanted to see you eat her. Kind of wanted to see you eat him.
I
Joking
understand
with the
that
pale
will
lady.
cause much problems for you as well as Adler. I'll
Uh,
be on my best behavior.
Says more that she's lying. Nice.
So you get to
So I guess that's when Roth peels off from the rest of the group and starts heading towards the
I was
killer.
like-
You
and
left
tell him,
already. What?
no, she said this is when we
Yeah.
got into the front gates. We barely even walked into the
Oh.
city.
you
So
got it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's when Roth peeled off. That's what I'm saying.
Got you. I was
Alright.
acting as if he was
All right,
already gone.
so for Sophilia's group, that you guys go to the
I'll be
Mystic
back.
Firehouse,
All right.
and you go to
Closest
Elgita, and
Gita.
try to squeeze yourselves into this room with the four of you. Is there four? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have four because Luna and Roth are not there. So
Let's diplomacy. Let's see what diplomacy
Elgita
were.
is
I'm
both.
surprised Luna's not there though. Isn't she curious about the magical items that we found?
The dialogue she had with the pale lady, she's a little frazzled right now.
Oh, okay. We found potential artifacts. We don't know. I'll tell you what, she would be
So
curious.
Elgita,
Her powers are kind of out of the control right now.
All right.
Elgita,
understand So
she, looks over your comrades, Sophia, and she's got like this really furrowed, confused look with Adler as Eidolon. At first, you could kind of sense that maybe she thought it was some kind of just silly illusion, and then like when she realizes like, oh no, that's a real thing. She seems to ignore it for the time being, as she goes and focuses on the original
See you in the dark.
the original mission.
What are you doing?
And she goes, interesting friends you've acquired here, Sophia.
You got up to get in my way to do that?
So she goes, what, she goes, she introduces herself to, because she's never met Adler and Lucian.
That's right.
interesting indeed.
No, wait a second. She did meet Adler.
She
She
did?
goes
I remember her playing with her before.
in the
And saying,
background.
like, he asked her, like, did she have anything to do with the Mysterian branch over in
Okay, yeah, that's what
in
it was.
Waterdeep?
The background. Yeah, it's part of the background.
But she introduces herself as, she goes, I am Elgita Hornblade, 6th star of the Knights of the Mystic Fire.
6-star.
These are my companions, Lucian Grimm and Adler Barnes,
Lucian
And-
tips his hat.
and his companion, the Pale Lady.
She goes, well then, I take it you've returned from your foray into the Whispering Cairn.
Yes, we have. She goes into detail explaining this time around what occurred after they went back. Beginning with putting the soul to rest of what was his name, Alistair Land, and then from there,
Alistair,
also-
that's what I
she
couldn't
al-
remember.
She describes also the encounter that they had with the Wind Warriors. I mean, before the Wind Warriors, she describes the Mirage, the walls, that what Adler was like investigating. And,
Yeah.
Probably Adler there probably even describe further what that is.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that was mainly like checking all that. Sophia wasn't really paying attention much to that, so he could probably help fill in with that part.
Yeah.
And then the encounters with the Wind Warriors, and then when we went up to the air shaft, and in conclusion, she opens her backpack, and these are the magical trinkets that we found. We do not know if they're dangerous or not. Hopefully, you could help us here.
Adler looks over at the image, or rather the item with the hand that's clasped around that circle. He says,
Mhm.
"Isn't that the particular item that Luna couldn't really get her detect magic to work on effectively?
Correct.
She didn't quite deduce it completely." He's asking that like to Sophia,
Yeah, she said
Oh,
correct.
yeah.
because when you guys came down,
Yeah, she said correct.
she mentioned it, but she never really.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Was Adler gonna check that before we left the turn or not? I don't
That's
I
what
think we
he
I
did
think we
say.
got
Yeah,
distracted, and then
he did.
Luna never really asked him directly.
I think he was gonna do his check before. If you want to do the
Yeah,
check,
he was
you would have
supposed to.
announced it
You're really
from beforehand.
spellcraft. You're rolling now.
Yeah, we forgot. Yeah, I was just too excited out of character to go fight those stupid swarms.
Right, because it's like I think the party moved on to do that instead.
Yeah.
So
No,
no
but
one
we
really
were.
asked
But I,
Adler
but I
directly.
remember the pale lady said, "Oh, we should have Adler."
Right.
Give it a
She
check.
suggested that.
But we so we
So
would have done that when we went down. So have Adler.
Spellcraft,
Let's
8.
You are unable to discern the magic aura of the school of magic involved. No, same situation.
Cool.
All right,
So,
same situation then. All right. Good.
Algida looks over the items. She's like, fascinating. This is indeed something that we will have to record down, especially now that we know more information about that particular cairn. Who would have thought? So many lost in ancient history and ruins and magic in this world. And it is our job to make sure that these do not fall in the wrong hands. But we're going to have this properly identified and then properly dealt with. She's like, and I know just the person in town who can look at these. As well as that green worm that you had found in the other tower. If indeed this cult and their stories and their beliefs are even partially, minusculely true. Those are forms of undead that we, or any form of undead, I should say, that we wouldn't want wandering around our homes. So she goes, alright, Sophia. Well, you may attend to your duties, and you may go back to it. Great job. You may go back to attending to your duties and continue your training and even take some time to relax yourself. I'm going to see if I can. Where might Luna be? Cause she stopped and she noticed that something was off, and then she was like, "Where might Luna be?"
Yeah, she has a lot on her mind. I mean, you should ordinarily she will be here now, but she went to unwind to the library.
Ah, I see. Well, I'll.
As you,
It seems a coworker has taken off of work from being ill lately. I'm gonna have to have her do this. I hear Baragon Bluesword wishes to see you and your comrades whenever you get the chance. And
out of character,
your
who is that again?
Baragon Bluesword is the head of the Temple of Tempest.
Yeah,
the
that's
war,
a
yeah,
very
the war
spot that I
god.
know.
He
That's
is
her second home.
also he is also the father of Brahm, the kid you guys saved,
That we rescued.
and he is
His
also
Oh,
oh, and she goes, oh, and your sparring partner's been looking for you too over there. Seems quite concerned in a rather personal way. And Sophia knows that she's talking about Calden, who is who is Baragon Bluesword's one of his best students in warfare at the temple. Although Calden doesn't directly he pays his utmost respects to the god Tempest, but he's his patron deity is actually the Red Knight.
Oh shit.
That night.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Sophia also has to pay
Red Knight's got it.
You know, she also wants to during her downtime, she also wants to pay tribute to the Church of Tempest because they've been very instrumental in getting her trained. She's very grateful for that as well.
And you got
So she whatever gold she has left, she'll probably she'll donate like 5% of her gold. She don't have a lot of money. I think she only got like 20 GP. So 5% of that she'll give to 10% of that she'll give to Church of Mistra and 5% to the Church of Tempest.
Really paid tithes on it.
tithes.
That's incredible.
So the pale lady asks her, she goes, "What do you know of this sphere of annihilation?" And then Adler perks up. He goes, "Sphere of a... No one said anything about a sphere of annihilation to me." And the pale lady turns around and goes, "You should have come up when Luna came up." As I was saying. That was a direct question
No,
to...
I know, to Elgita. Elgita is like, I don't see how that should be a concern of yours. That is a rather potent magic that should not be in almost anyone's hands.
Do I look like I have hands to you?
She goes, apologies, but what is this thing? She looks at Sophia.
She's like,
Apologies, but what is this thing?
Can I use...
she's like, she's almost like nervous in a way, like she wants to like look away, like, but she, all right, so she goes like, well, I thought you would find this very interesting.
Careful what you say. You're gonna piss off fucking
At first, I
pale
don't know what to
lady.
make of it. From conjurers that I have encountered before and other wizards, usually when they summon a creature, I mean, after a few minutes tops, they usually dissipate. But she's unique. I've been observing. She's been around with us for like several hours. So I don't know if she plane shifted to this plane of existence. I really don't know. Adler, well, Pale Lady, yourself, if you will please enlighten us.
The pale lady turns to Ophelia and goes, "What is your relation to this one? I sense a sort of, how should I say, a dynamic, a relationship. One that I have similar with my own subjects. Are you a subject of hers? A minion?"
Well, she is my ranking officer. Yes, I am her subordinate.
I see. Fine. I'll treat her with a similar respect. She turns around to the captain and explains, "I am not from this world, but my interests are in it, specifically culminated in Adler. That being said, I am here helping, but mostly exploring."
I see. Oh. Welcome to Toro. Now, if you all here do not mind, I would wish to speak with Sophelia in private.
Turns around to Adler and goes, "She wants time with her minion." Adler shrugs. Well, I guess I'll take my leave. And at least Adler and Pale Lady walk out the door.
No.
So she's like, Sophelia, close the doors.
Is Lucian still there?
Nah,
He said he was out.
I
Yeah.
walked up behind him.
Yeah,
Please.
Sophia goes like,
close the
I'll
doors.
catch up with you guys later.
The lucky tavern I go.
I love Lucian.
So as you close the doors, Algida says a command word. And you recognize that command word. She says that when she doesn't want any sound coming out of this room. She's got her office specifically enchanted in that manner. So she says the command word, and you see like a sheen of magic circle around the perimeter of the room and then vanish. She sits down. She's like, well, you're gonna be quite busy there. First off,
She could be a little rough around the edges, but once you get to know her, she's actually not that bad.
she goes, first off, Adler. I feel like I've heard that name. Strange
Yes,
creature that he
you
seems
want-
to. So he controls that thing, that monstrosity.
I don't know if you recall, Commander, but several years ago, you sent me on a task to Waterdeep, and Adler, he's under the care, I guess he was under the care of the monks. I'm surprised to let him go, but I guess he's fine now. He's good.
That's the
yeah.
same one.
Yes.
They
But he's
kept-
free. He's walking around freely, so I guess he's cured. Right?
It seems I will have to pay a visit to the old order. Are they aware of this? Adler's been.
I don't know.
I guess it's probably why I haven't recalled much, because there hasn't been much incidents concerning him. Although this is new. This is. I have to look into this. Not only do I have to look into that, but I would like for you to inform Luna if she can acquire the green worm at that observatory. If you haven't acquired it already, but I'm going to send that along with these two items of note from the Whispering Crown to an expert and a loyal member of the Daggerford, a loyal citizen of Daggerford, and a highly accomplished and well-known mage of these parts. And I'm sure you already know who I speak of, but I speak of Delphin Yellowknife on the Ball. Yes,
She is like
the older brother of the current governor mayor.
Wow. I never got to personally meet him, but he is such a big name around this part in our town. Is it true that he possesses high tier levels of magic?
Yes, yes, he does, and he has
Most impressive.
he has had many apprentices over the years as well, and he is a devout servant of Mystra, and in fact, our headquarters here was formerly his old home. Added a few additions to it, but we purchased it from him, and because his permanent abode, as you already know, is and she like nods in the direction where like his tower is located in Daggerford, to like the northern parts of Daggerford, and she goes, he will be the one who would review these and be able to give us as much, if not all, the information that he can gather about these, and as well as consultation. I trust him. I trust him greatly. Many do. Although he's modest, although he's modest about it, he is a mage of great power.
If you place your trust on him, I shall as well.
And then, speaking of Luna, she's becoming quite, well, she's always been a studious individual. Although, from what I've gathered, she's been quite busy with her research. Is there any particular thing that's caught her fancy that she's researching so deeply about?
Well, she was so impressive today. I mean, her knowledge regarding historical events dating even the times before the deities is just mind blowing. In the field, even under pressure, she even put her own life on the line to aid our companions. Her magic, her bravery has been very instrumental. Very proud of her. Not because she's my sister, the woman that she's become. So I don't see nothing out of the ordinary.
All right,
She's her
Sophia.
magical ability are definitely increasing.
I see.
Magical talents.
Sophia, I
That's
trust your
why
word. I have no reason to not trust your word. What I still have misgivings about is this sister of
Is there-
yours.
Is there
Flying under the
something I should
radar
be
to
aware of?
Ophelia? Oh shit!
What was that, Antonio?
I said, Luna's fucking struggles is flying under the radar to Ophelia. Oh shit, that's a problem. That's a problem.
She's like, listen, when you took her in, I vouched for it. So I'm trusting you to be accountable for whatever may be occurring. And I'm trusting you that you will uphold your oath to the Lady of Mysteries. Should our order need to be notified of any form of taboo or corruption that Luna might be involved
Man,
with.
Louis, why are you doing this to me, man? Okay.
Why are you doing this to me? You see how quickly they.
Oh my god. It's like this guy
I
wants
want
me
to say
snitch
some
on
shit,
Luna.
but it's
He
alright.
wants me to snitch on Luna. What the hell?
So,
Hey, you guys try to act like y'all characters aren't bound by any oaths. Y'all just operating so freely with these lower than human filth. Let me stop.
I love it. I love it though. I
These
love it.
Tusker loving. No, let me stop.
Sophia Spellmason, I pray that you'll be able to keep Luna in
I
your
pray.
guidance and will maybe fully convert her to that of Mistra, away from any of the temptations of Shar. I've sensed that Shar still lingers about her. Her magic, very unorthodox, not very common, pretty isolated. Still a mystery
but
about
doesn't
these.
Mistra-
Still a
doesn't-
mystery with these witches and their patrons. And considering that her coven were servants of Shar, I fear for the worst. And so, I vouched because I believe in you, and that you are, and including the fact that you are a paladin, and that with your guidance and your light, you'll make sure Luna doesn't fall down and get corrupted by the Dark Mistress. If that should happen, however, there's nothing that can be done on your end. You will report.
So Ophelia stays silent because she don't want to lie. She remains silent.
Now I'm
and
given,
just looks
of
down.
course, the benefit of the doubt here, so this is why I entrust you to let Luna know. She can gather that green worm over at the observatory and bring it to Delphin.
I give you. I will say this though, Commander.
Because Delphin is curious
I
about her
will.
as well.
I will try my best that she walks the correct path. That she's not tempted by Shar's lies and deceptions. The promise of power with no consequence, which is all a lie. I'll admit we haven't had this discussion in quite some time, but I appreciate you bringing this to the forefront and holding me accountable. I will make sure to address this with my sister, and I am forever thankful for all that you have done for us. And then she changes. After a few seconds, she then changes the subject. It shall be done. We'll gather all these items, and he wants us to bring it to her or to take it straight to the wizard. The worm and
Well, the items, Elgita's gonna bring to Delphin, but she wants Luna to go get the worm and bring it to Delphin.
the worm. All right. So she also further states, I will relate to Luna to also bring the worm as well. Man, so it's freaking Luna is making her Sophia almost coming clash with her paladin there, man.
Fucking character. The conversation Sophia will have with Luna about the Shadow Weave is going to be very intense. Very intense.
What the?
Because Luna's gonna hide this. She's gonna pretend like she's not researching. She will not let you know at all.
I mean, you were under the radar, but now someone brought that to her attention, so she has to address that. I'm looking forward to that RP. Because Sophia always gives her, like she always gives her sister benefit of the doubt. All right, so yeah, so unless there's anything further that Elgita has to say.
She goes, no, you, yeah, she's like, all right, Sophia, you're dismissed, and let you know when Balabor comes back into town. I'll let you know the result of the findings about him and the accusations and what has become of Filge. So we'll more of that situation when he returns.
All right, so
Can I break into his house?
You want to find his house and break into it? I mean, you would have to. You would. I mean, you could. You'd have to, gather information, find out where he lives, and then go to the place and make your attempt.
So Sophia's gonna head straight to the library.
Oh.
She's kind of curious. She's not good at it. It's not like she's trying to stealth in the library, but she is gonna just walk in. She's kind of curious now. She wants to see what Luna reads to ease her mind. She's kind of curious now. She wants to follow up, but at the same time also to relate to her what the commander of
right.
the Green Worm. But at the same time, she is kind of curious to when you shoulder surfing, see she wants to kind of shoulder surf
shoulder surfing.
what she's reading, what she's reading. So she's gonna go over there to the library.
Roth. Where does he go? When he split off, where did he go?
He was going to his temple / contact that he has in Daggerford. I don't remember if there is a temple of Kalimdor in Daggerford, so. But I thought he had someone that he contacted while he was out there.
There's no temple, but there is Yeah, he does have a contact there. The contact
Oh,
is
Louis, I'm sorry to interrupt. I forgot something very important.
Huh.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Before Sophia left the commander, LG, she returns back the wand. This proved to be very helpful. Thank you.
the one.
Of
Okay.
Bernie Hands that she loaned her. So she returns it back.
What?
She loaned it to me. I mean, she gives it to me. She ain't gonna say no, but she did say that she's letting me. She's not a thief.
Like, I'm glad
Sorry
it was
to
of.
interrupt, Matt.
She goes, I'm glad it was of use. Thank you. Oh, so yeah, Roth does. It is a member of the Physician's Order.
Can I do some recon and see if I can find out where would I just roll or I actually have to RP that?
You would roll a diplomacy check and spend a few hours, like, going around town and going to the taverns and like getting
Is it
information that you would need on like Balabar's home and where it's
But you're dead ass.
located and
Mhm. I'm gonna. Oh, would I do? I guess level 3 diplomas. That one or
I mean, if he's doing it
guess
today, or is he gonna, or is he like
I'm
gonna
just doing it. I'm
wait
gonna do the recon.
some?
I'm just doing recon while we out there. Fuck it. I'm just doing the recon. No. I'm not
Okay.
gonna get into this yet. I'm gonna. He said, when does he get there?
When does he what?
We do know when he gets back. No.
Yeah. They said it was within the ride, so anywhere within the next few days, anywhere between like the next 5 to 10 days,
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely.
which is some downtime for your characters until.
Yeah, definitely. I'll break it.
Oh my god.
What is he breaking in the house or something?
Yeah.
He
He's
intimidated
gonna
Whose
attempt
house?
to. He's gonna attempt to. He's trying to
Whose
find
house?
out where Balabar lives, and then
I'm just gonna find out. I'm just gonna see if I can find out where he lives and see if we
Who
can get
smirked?
espionage information. See if we can get some shit to incriminate.
Oh, Balabar Smink. That guy from
Yeah.
Yeah, like some James Bond shit. Like, I'm just gonna get some
Yeah.
information, get in, get out, and
Do your
and
thing,
we'll
do
have some
your thing, do your thing.
we'll have some receipts. That's
Just so
all.
Mr. Peter find out.
We just get some receipts real quick.
I take it
So-
Adler wants to go back to the observatory.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, why
I
is
got
it just opening up?
disabled,
Open the
I
fucking
got all
document.
this. I got all this creepy shit. Let me get in.
I have the details for this. Anyway, no. Yeah, there is an NPC at the Physician's Order that's like that's a worshiper of Kalembor and works at the Physician's Order, and so since Rolf is like on his way there to speak with this person, my document loads, I can fucking get the name. There it is. It is he works there as a fellow mortician. His name is Morb Helderk. He's a Luskan human male, late 20s. He is a cleric of the god Kalembor. And he is also a secret member of the Order of the Silent Shroud. So, does not make it, public knowledge that he's a cleric of Kalembor. Just stays working as a mortician there, and pretty much does his job as making sure he collects any information of anybody like grave robbing or using necromancy, or talks of undead or people that might be possessed. Like he keeps an ear out for those things, and for the town of Daggerford as like his station.
Mm-hmm.
So on your way to the building where the physician's order would house its members, you turn down the street towards the building, and leaning up against the corner, in a dark gray hooded cloak. She takes off the hood of the cloak as she looks over to you, and you instantly recognize her. She has a pale face with like a very slight blue tinge. Oddly enough, looking as if it looks as if like if you didn't know she was half moon elf, you would have thought like she had like been recently. Her skin looks like she's like been recently, like it's got that blue tinge, like she's been recently like choked to death, kind of like a look to her.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
yeah.
You're talking about someone who was like cyanotic.
Yeah.
What's the hell's the word?
Asphyxiated.
Yeah, I guess in a way where they basically haven't had enough oxygen.
Yeah. Like that's what it would look like. That's like the way like her physical appearance is. Although although obviously not, she's living and breathing. Her eye color is like this very pale green. And but she's got the elven ears, and she's got like this very light brunette colored hair that she has back and like she has up in a ponytail, and she looks over to you. She's like, "Long time no see, Grimhowl." And you recognize her as Halora. When you had first come to Waterdeep.
Halora?
When you had Halora, yeah, when you had first came to Waterdeep and got your job as a mortician, and was like she was the one that had taken interest in you and helped guide you into the church of Kalembor. She was like your tutor.
Oh wow. Wait, so this is two different people. First is Morv Helberg, and then there's Halora.
Yeah. Halora.
Okay, so Morv is the mortician working.
He's the one that's like stationed
the Order
here.
Of the Silent Shroud.
Yeah, he's at the Order of the Silent Shroud, and he's the one that's stationed here. She herself, she's an Inquisitor like Roth, and has entered the ranks of the Doomguard. So she's an Inquisitor Doomguard that she's usually found in Waterdeep, but she travels a lot, doing the work of Kalembor, going back and forth between other contacts and gathering information around the land. Pretty much like pretty much doing like reconnaissance slash doing reconnaissance, but like handling any missions that involve the undead that she comes upon in her travels. So it was a surprise to see her because you honestly didn't know when you were going to see her again. And it wasn't hard for her to find out like where you were stationed at. So she's here, and she looks over. She's like, and, she had greeted you, and she goes, come to see how you've been faring here in Daggerford. You've returned recently from a venture, and one involving undead. I'd like to hear all about it.
Roth kind of trudges over towards her and gives her a Do they have a certain kind of like a way to salute each other, or is their relationship more informal?
It's yeah, I'd say there's like a kind of a symbol of gesture. The symbol of gesture would be it'd be it's like you take your two fingers and you go over your eyes as if like closing the eyes of the dead. So she's just like
Pretty clever.
like that.
Mhm.
Thinking that, Luke. Thinking, I like it.
I know I can't put that
Yeah, it's
shit
pretty
on the
godlike.
spot.
Like, eyes closed.
For real, she's like,
So Roth pats his leg and clicks his snaps his finger for Sabina to take to the side of Halora as he kind of grunts towards her direction and goes and he does the same gesture back to her, and
Sabuna's happy
wish-
to see
let's-
her. She's like wagging her tail mare crazy right now.
yeah.
She's taking
And
liking to how
Roth
to
goes
Hellboy.
he goes the Roth says he goes the stench of undeath clings to us so heavily.
Well then,
Of course, you picked that up. When did you get in?
oh, did you ask her when?
When?
Oh, when? Okay.
Because he had no idea, like she
Yeah.
was gonna be.
Oh yeah. She's like, arrived yesterday. She's like, come,
Mhm.
let's go to the cemetery where we can talk both freely and privately, and none but the dead shall hear.
And he follows her. Sabina would follow, of course. And when they get to the boneyard, Roth will give her an update. Roth will say, so the Whispering Cairn, small boy from this town, decided to found his way there, got himself into some trouble. Come to find out, there has been a ghost harboring itself there. Went by the name Alistair Lamb. A victim for why did he die? Why did he end up how did he end up there? How did Alistair end up there?
I think like 50, 60 years ago, he went in there.
Yeah, he went in there and broke his neck when he found the trap. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was trying to.
There it
Is he
is.
trying to impress this girl or no?
No, that's
That
Brom.
was the
Alistair
Oh,
has
that's
been
Brom.
That's
yeah.
Brom. Yeah. So he'll say Alistair Lamb has been there for over 50 years. Told us his story. When we came upon his bones, that there has been that his only request was that that he could have his final rest amongst his own. And we granted him this request, of course, only to find out that there has been some grave robbers about. A necromancer, Filge, some lackey to some other names that I'm not too keen on. Spank. He sent his lackeys to steal the bones of his family members, and he animated them at the observatory under our very noses. He's in custody, and we have been able to return Alistair Lamb's remains back. Well, have we done that yet? Yeah, we did that, right? Back to his family's estate, burial grounds. Yeah.
His family homestead. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was like where they lived or something. Come to find out, Alistair was rather instrumental in helping us discover one last mystery of the Whispering Cairn. There are we discovered that there are somewhat remains of Djinn or Ifriti. Not sure which of the two, but essentially a long since, or should I say a very old race of people once occupied the Whispering Cairn, and we discovered a tomb dedicated to them. We found some powerful items in there as well. One of my companions has taken that back to his headquarters at the Temple of Mistra. Quite the adventure for only it being the first few weeks.
She nods in agreement, and she ends up like asking like these follow-up questions, which led you to answering them, to like fill in details that she was curious about. And you notice that she kind of started to like grow concerned when you informed her about like some of the stuff you found in possession, that the necromancer Filge had in possession, and
Mhm.
and and the group that he had mentioned. But of particular notice is her, not really her, she didn't put up like a reaction of great surprise, but her reaction was one of like deep thought and and like even though her face, like she did her best like not to really show much emotion on her face, you could tell you just get a sense that when the
Mhm.
age that when the age of worms was brought up, there was like a distant look in her eyes.
Mhm.
So after she was done with the with the follow up questions and getting the details, she she looks to you and she's like, "You've done
What?
a you've she goes she goes, "You've done a great
Nah, he
job."
says what? He
She's
nah, he gotta cut her off, son. She don't get to just give a
oh.
distant look in her eyes, and then Roth will just move past that. She don't care about the congratulations. You done a great job. Nah, Roth is gonna call around and they're gonna be like, "What? What's that look?"
You're getting better at that as well. The stern gaze. What was it that they get? I know they get like bonus to sense moves or some shit.
Stern
I think it's
gaze.
stern
Yeah,
gaze.
they do
Yeah,
get
the
stern
stern
gaze, but
gaze.
yeah.
She's like, you're getting better
I
at
think
that
that
as
does
well.
increase sense motive. I think it does.
I think it does. I
It
think it was
does.
that
Yeah,
and
it does. It
intimidate,
does.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she goes, you are getting better at that. Call that the look of the grave. So she goes, Roth. She's like, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm letting you know now that we can't take those, as insane as they particularly are, and I don't know entirely a whole lot about them, but we can't take those cultists lightly. In fact, I'm sure you're thinking that maybe this whole Age of Worms sounds like a madman's dream, but even fanatics can cause quite a devastation if left unchecked. Those three gods alone are societal menaces as it is. And to think of a cult serving all three simultaneously and attempting some conspiracy to cause such a catastrophe,
Mhm.
unfounded or not, it still involves the one thing that those of our ilk are sworn to do, and that is to put the dead to rest. And this involves supposedly unkillable undead. That's definitely our duty to step in. I implore you to look further into their activities, stop them if possible. I must inform the other Kalimverites of this so that they are aware, and to see if the Ebon Triad are active elsewhere. You have earned a larger role, Rolfscar. With that, I will inform you and introduce you to another secret agent of the Shroud here in Daggerford, who can also be of assistance to you.
There's more.
Yes. In fact, I admit that you were half the reason I am here. The other half is that I've been informed that they've been slowly putting more Kalimverites in this area. And I'm sure it definitely has connection with the events that you have experienced and with the information that you have learned. There have been stories of these strange undead, although nothing has been confirmed yet.
Mm.
I guess we'll know more when you learn about this green worm that's been found. Wish we could have our hands on it ourselves, but I understand that it's confiscated and in the hands of another. But if you were privy to such information that they learn about it, I would like to I would like to know that information as well the next time we meet.
Of course, it will be done.
And
I also have
she's like, oh, and I didn't forget. She reaches to her pouch, takes out Sabuna's favorite treat.
Scooby snack.
Scooby snack.
Shabuna snack.
It's a special kind of, it's a specially
a
made kind
Sabuna
of,
snack.
it's a special kind of deer, seasoned deer jerky that Sabuna likes.
Deer jerky.
And she gives it to Sabuna. And just gobbles that shit up. Mad happily.
Does she say her own name? She repeats
Damn son.
Roth says, Alora. Maybe he calls her just Laura or Mal.
Hal. Oh
to
shit.
show the like Hal Emmerich. No.
Yeah, that's
Just
what I
so,
was thinking. Otacon.
Otacon. right.
Oh shit.
I'm thinking okay, so he goes Hal. There's not many people I would trust with this, but there's been something bothering me as of late. Hypothetically speaking, no, he wouldn't say hypothetical. He'd pretend. No, I just want to know what do you think? What do you think when you hear this? Say you meet someone who's traveling with you that wields a thunderous hand cannon type of a weapon. Wears shades even during the day, even at night. Somehow can detect the undead.
I do not know anything of this individual that you speak of. Have you come?
Refuses healing.
These do sound like things worthy to investigate.
When struck with mortal wounds. Have you heard of any kind of a creature or
that inquisitor nature.
martial specialty that would have any of those traits that would?
Well, Roth, what you speak of is somebody who is death touched, or more specifically, a form of Mortif. Very, very possible, because they would be more common than other forms of the death touched. But very possible this one is Dhampir. It's the only one that I can think of. And that they are the most common when it comes to the death touched. Yes.
Does Roth recognize what that is?
She goes, the Dhampir, as in those tainted with the blood of the vampire. Does Roth know? He could roll a religion check. Oh yeah, he knows. He's aware of Dhampir. They are typically that is exactly what they are. They're humans who have a bloodline of a vampiric relative. Not half vampire. There are half vampires, but this would be one who descends further in the blood, further down in such a bloodline.
Would Roth know what Dampiers might
So she says that
might typically like their alignment might be, because for some reason he's not getting a read on what he fears,
so if
what
you
a Dampier typically tends to be. He's not picking that up from
so she goes, Dhampirs, they can be as varied as the humans that they are raised around. Although, unfortunately, because of their heritage, not many are raised ethically. However, what you speak of the Dhampir not being able to be healed with magic, it sounds like they have an aversion to positive energy. The shades, the eyes must be protected from the sun, for it can glare their vision and ruin their perception and their ability slightly in combat. And the ability to detect just the undead? Was it an innate power? No form of spellcasting?
I did not see any form of incantations.
Innate.
I could tell that he was he
You're
was focusing. He was channeling something.
And is this a comrade
But
to you?
it seems to be. It might be.
Well then, has he been?
He didn't say he said it. Notice that?
Because he didn't say he or she. See, you know, Rob is godlike. I'm glad you saw that, bro. Before people try to say Roth is a fucking, snitch or something. Like, Roth is still on your side, bro. Don't worry.
So she goes, well, then do what you do best and do what you've been trained. Look deeper into this comrade of yours and see what their true goal and their true soul lies. For although he carries the bloodline of a vampire, that does not make him one. Still living, breathing flesh and soul, just as you and I.
Well, its heart seems to be in the right place. So far. They have saved myself and my comrades. A few times. However, he still decides to remain hidden.
Well, as wisdom serves me correctly, it's probably because he is doing the same as you are right now. He wishes to know the truth behind his own comrades, so who to trust and who to not. It's not easy letting out your heritage, especially one that's tainted the feral darkness of those bloodsuckers.
Roth kind of his eyes narrow and he looks. His head kind of tilts to the side when she says that, and he goes he puts his hands like on his chin like this, and he goes it takes one to know one, and I know what it's like to be discriminated for your heritage.